I think we're live. Hello and welcome to the first episode of The Breaks, sponsored by Nobody Yet. Where we talk about 2XKO, everything to do with 2XKO. We'll talk about the meta, the balance, how we feel about the game, and also take a bit of a dive into the competitive landscape. I'm joined by three idiots in Jonesy, Lads, and Mr. E. And since you all had the face of the state when I said that, since it's the first episode,
I'm disconnecting in this call if you don't save it right now in the next 10 seconds.
You got a glazer.
we have three amazing people: the most base guy in Jonesy, the strongest juggernaut Yasuo player in Lazarus, and the second best UK player in Mr. E.
All right, I'll take that. Okay, cool. I'll stay on the call.
But since it's the first episode, we can do some introductions. So, Jonesy, why don't we start with you?
Hiya, I'm Jonesy. I'm a commentator, first and foremost, of course. You probably see me on stuff like Guilty Gear Strive and Dragon Ball and all that lot. And hopefully 2XK in the future and Tokon and whatever Bandai Namco is cooking up in the works because Dragon Ball keeps getting teased with stuff. Like, what on earth is happening?
There's nothing gonna happen, by the way. Like that is, I promise you, they're blowing hot air on people's asses. But
I'll take that.
this isn't the podcast for that. But thank you, Laz. Go on, introduce yourself.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Lazarus, self-proclaimed fighting game enjoyer. I just play a lot of fighting games. Basically, I like to talk about them sometimes. I occasionally make some content, analytical, just entertaining, hopefully. And of course, I do quite a bit of commentary as well. Right now, kind of focusing on See the Wolves and 2XKO as well, which mostly been playing, to be honest. Having a lot of fun until they nerfed me out of the game. But, you know, we move on. We got to learn, you know, I got to realize I got to stop posting stuff on Twitter. That's my mistake number one.
Learn the hard way. You learn the hard way. And Mr. E, our special guest, who might not be a guest, who might just show up for every episode. I don't know. Mr. E, go on and introduce yourself for the people.
I don't know what to say, to be honest. I don't even know why I'm here. Like, I don't know. Dunk just said, "Hey, E, you're a special guest this week." So hi everyone. I'm TalesOfMrE. I'm special guest of Insert Name Podcast. For this week, I don't know. The E stands for Emmanuel, according to the last time that I met with Dunk in person, or according to Nintendo is Mr. Encyclopedia, according to the upcoming Yoshi game. Otherwise, you might see my name across titles like Miles Capcom 3. Actually, just that and 2SKO nowadays.
But also sometimes called Tales of Mr. F.
Tales of Mr. What?
F.
What? Since when?
I don't know, man. But Tales of Mystery is such a weird name already because I was like, oh, it's like mystery. But no, it's not. It's got nothing to do with that at all.
I'm assuming it's like, is it based on the Tales of Arise games? I guess. Or
yeah, the Tales video game series. I'm an enjoyer of that.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so. Got a banger collection in my other room, which love the series.
All right, introduction's done.
I'm sure it's good.
We're finished with that. BS, we can finally stop being hella esports and be our normal selves. What is this podcast about? We are just going to talk about 2XKO. That's really it. I'm not going to give you any like spiel about what it is. But since this is the first one, the first segment is actually called Project W. Obviously, Project L turning into 2XKO, which was in Alpha Labs and has finally come out. How are you guys feeling about the sort of release of 2XKO? How has it been for you guys?
Who goes first? Before we all jump in all at the
I
same
don't
time.
care.
We're all talking at the same time. All right. So this is exactly what you want, where all of us are talking at the exact same time, isn't it? That's you planned this all along.
That's
Dunk.
my duo right there.
How are you feeling about the game, Jonesy?
Okay, I'm feeling fine, thank you, about the game. I think we're gonna get to see how the free-to-play model works for the FGC. There are a lot of people sort of going, what the hell? Arcane bundle, very expensive. And then you get people breaking down the actual costings and what you get from the bundle and being like, well, it's actually not bad value. And this isn't me trying to save myself for buying the bundle. But I think it's a good sign of things to come. I'm interested to see how they do seasons because I had a thought about this, whether they do regional seasons or just go like season 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, for example, if they do like season of Shurima, season of Freljord, and like each season is purely just regional characters getting created and stuff.
Hmm.
I think Netco's been sick. Netco's been godlike.
Yeah.
As much talk as there is about the meta, like I think the difference between the characters is ridiculously far apart to the point where there's like unplayable characters. But again, small roster, it's hard to make that statement. So all in all, like it's a strong start for 2xKO.
Yeah, agreed. Laz, how you feeling about the start? I know you
Yeah,
you
I
haven't
mean,
played a tag fighter much before, so this is like your first foray.
I don't really like tag fights that much. I mean, I played quite a bit BB tag, so that was actually a really good jumping point. That was probably my favorite tag fighter, and I think that's why I kind of like 2xKO because it's basically BB tag. It has probably most of the mechanics from that game. But I did love Dragon Ball. Season 2 is one of my favorite, but I didn't really play competitively back then. So, I wasn't like in tune with the meta to the point where I was like, oh, I was actually playing like a tag game. You know what I mean? But no, I think for me, one big thing I want to say is like, obviously it came out. The segment's called Project W. Obviously, game was called Project L before. And when the name got announced, everyone was like, "This is awful."
Yeah.
And I think in some ways maybe they were right. I don't know, but I think it's grown on me pretty heavily. I actually really like 2xKO. It sounds easy to say. Originally, it sounded like it didn't roll off the tongue. Now it's like super easy. Obviously, when you get that 2xKO in the game, it's cinema moment. 2xKO writes itself. I think they really nailed that part. And I think everyone's come around to the name a little bit.
Yeah, the
The
name.
actual release, go.
No, go for it. I was just gonna say the name was like really weird at first, but like now you have people calling it so many different names. 2X, Tuco,
Tuco.
like
Tesco.
yeah, that too.
Tesco, yeah, I think it works out pretty well. I think everyone probably just attached. It's the classic case of, oh, but it's just called Project L. That's what everyone's called it for so long now that anything else is going to sound bad. But I'm glad they kind of did stick to the name change and it worked out. But yeah, I think for me the game released pretty well. Obviously, the one of the big points of contention were the very small roster size. Which was kind of remedied in a sense by the fact that they actually ended up releasing Teemo and Warwick at the same time. That was super hype. Really, I don't know if they were meant to do that or if they ended up being a happy accident where they leaked to Warwick a bit too early. But I think that really helped out a lot to get 10 characters, I think 11 characters in the roster now, right? I think I think it's still quite a small roster size, but they've already, they came out with their game, with their road plan as well. So we could be pretty excited that in a couple years, at the very least, there'll be a very formidable roster for like a tag fighter, right? A nice varied one, as we've seen with pretty much all their designs. They've been extremely unique. Obviously, it's free to play, which has I think got a lot of people involved. And the big thing for me is like the fact it's got duos as well. That is where I think is the really defining feature of this game, and probably one of the best like onboarding features a fighting game can have. And I just want to see how people explore that a bit more. I think.
Yeah, obviously you started out playing Jug, so you didn't really feel the character squeeze at the start. You were just playing one character, so it's hard to be in a crisis. But agree with you on every count there. E, for you, game release. Were you thinking that this was going to be a game you were going to play, or was it just sort of?
As soon as I saw, there were two things that I saw that I was like, okay, I'm convinced I'm going to be playing this. One, Clockwork appeared on the camera to help introduce the game.
Yep.
The goat.
Two, the way they handled dashes. I was like, this is Marvel free. This is just Marvel free. And then I was like, all right, I can tell this is my game. And then I immediately got my hands on it, and then there was a dash button. I pressed it. Okay, this is Marvel free, and so I felt right at home. Like as soon as I touched the game. Oh, it took a little while for the simple inputs and all that to kind of get used to it. Even every time I pick up a new character, I'm like, oh, which one's S1, which one's S2? I want to do, I don't know, Teemo's ball move. Is that S2? Is that 6S2 or 6S1? Like, I still have that with every character when I first pick them up. But other than that, yeah, I'm right at home. This is why you always see me just constantly streaming it. Like I've the only game I streamed to this extent was DNF Duel because I went ham in that game, went all in. Otherwise, Marvel Freeze is the other one during lockdown. I was just streaming that nonstop. Yeah. Now to SKO, my Twitch channel has been turned back on, and I'm hooked, absolutely hooked. Going back to Jonesy's point about throwing money at the game, as soon as I got back from Evo France, the best dopamine I've had is putting 85 quid into the game to get that Ultra Season Pass, and then I do headless with Darius, and then my opponent just disappears, like they're just off the screen, and just poof. And that for me is worth it. That's worth it. And like carry on taking my money, Riot. Yeah, I'm hooked. This game is the thing is that I'm having a lot of fun, not just competing in tournaments. Not only am I just able to just sit in training mode, just lab something out, and I'll be like, holy shit, this actually works. Like literally earlier today, at 1 a.m. this morning, I was sitting in training mode. I was like, you know what? Let me just mess around with Darius Timo. Okay. Like I got 17th at the first Impact event yesterday. I might need to go back into the lab and try and figure out what's the right team to win. And I just started like pressing buttons with Darius Timo. I was like, hang on a minute. Did I just find a TOD, but instead of using double down, I'm using 2x assist? And yeah, I've got bread and butters that hit over 1k damage. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I will use this team. Why set up a bleed and do like chip setups when I could just kill them? And it's just taking that. Like I can spend all this time in the lab and just like find all sorts of stuff. Like they've already confirmed that there's maintenance tomorrow. I don't care. I'll be in the lab. The maintenance is going to pass real quick for me.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of it, over the weekend, I was just chilling with some friends, eating some food, and my mate just like turned on the PC and said, "Look, okay, if you guys want to play some 2SK, go for it." And then it's like, well, he obviously like competes, so it's a bit unfair. So let's just do him with some random with one of the other guys, okay, and then see how hard he can carry. And it was the most fun shit ever. Like duos in a fighting game is very funny, and the fact that you can do it offline as well. That's where it's 11 out of 10. Oh, sorry, 100 out of 10 game. 100 out of 10 game. Like it's the best game ever.
And I think that's where it really hits the sweet spot of like enough complication that the players can like go into the lab and just, it's like a sandbox and you can play around with it, but also enough simplicity that like you can throw it at your friends and family and they'll pick up as quickly, like pick up the basic mechanics of it really, really well. And that's why I think
forget that. Okay, it's when clearly someone's struggling to beat one person. So like you say 2v1. One person's clearly new to the game. They don't quite know what they're doing. They're pressing buttons. They end up getting smoked. And then the person that's experienced comes in and then they smoke them. That shit is fucking funny. It's the funniest thing in the world. Okay, like I love it to be able to pull off something like that. That is, yeah. Okay, let's see. Can E really hard carry beat with one character? Kill the other two characters.
it sounds like you were just beating on your friends.
Yes.
I mean, that's
It sounds like that.
trust me. When you go through that experience, okay, it's the best. It's the funniest thing ever. I love it.
That's why the game's so good. And like obviously you guys all touched on, literally you touched on everything I had in the notes here, just in case we didn't speak about it. But like the battle pass, the skins, the customization, the ability to play with your friends, combo trials were added. I'm not sure if anyone has played around with combo trials. I tried them for Timo and then didn't.
Yeah, I did it with Timo and Warwick just to like, because I didn't know how they play, so I just did it to kind of get me started on how what's the general combo flow, what was I should be looking out for the combo theory. But I haven't really touched it with other characters. But if I'm ever struggling for currency, I'll get around to it.
Lance, have you touched? Oh, sorry, Jonesy, go for it.
Yeah, because initially I was like, oh, if I do like all the tutorials and all the trials and stuff, I'll get a load of points. I did 4 characters, didn't really get me that many points. I think maybe if you do more, you might get maybe 5k, 6k. Off the top of my head, doing math, I didn't get as many points as I thought I would. I
Yeah.
did same as I did Teemo and Warwick because they were the new characters. It's like let's see what kind of routes you kind of want to look to do. I did Vi and Jinx. I was like, it's clear that the initial ones are kind of your standard, like press
Fighting
button
game.
special.
1, 2, 3 special.
woo.
Yeah.
It's normally like the last three at the end are like, these are clearly either stuff that the devs have at least looked into with the character, or at least with Vi and Jinx, it's like they've looked online and saw, right, people are trying to go for these kind of routes, so let's do a combo trial based off that. Maybe like in the future they could even add like what Guilty Gear does, where you can do custom combos. That would be I think a quite interesting thing. Of course, you run then the risk of people just kind of putting in their 5L 0 bar Teemo Tods and all that kind of shenanigans that could probably happen.
I mean, the fact that the combo trials are all single characters at the minute, where I think what you're saying, Jonesy, where if someone uploads a combo,
It's probably
then
going to
yours
use multiple characters.
have it as a tag, isn't it? And so be like, all right, cool. You put your Teemo with your Alawi, and then go do the combo that's on that trial.
Yeah, that would
I
actually
think-
be cool, like a combo compendium where people just submit the shit that they do. I've just set the precedent, by the way, that we can swear on this. I didn't think about that before, but we are swearing. But
Oh
like,
yeah, my bad. I had
Nice. I probably have already.
But
I
like,
definitely did. I know.
so I'm gonna try and not. I'm gonna try and not go for like 5 minutes without mentioning MVCI, but I'm gonna mention it right now. So Dunk on MVCI
Hold him back.
runs a combo jam like every couple of months, where it's just people doing like the sickest combo they can think of. There's pure team modes, doesn't have to be in game or anything. And I think something like TSKO could even have that kind of content in. So like,
Yeah.
XC did one where if you've ever watched Strange play, you know he's got bolts. So he'll do the first bolt, the second bolt. So because the first bolt forces your like electrifying freeze hit stun. If you do the first bolt, pause the game, swap your Infinity Stone, it resets Strange, so then you can do first bolt again. So you loop through the pause menu and your stones, and just
Even
keep doing
strats.
bolts.
I feel like that
It's the
works because the game
funniest
is
thing.
broken. Like that doesn't seem like it's
Yeah.
supposed to happen. But 2XKO is also like broken in some ways.
But
Like,
there's enough possibility into XQ, you know.
So are you
Like,
saying that as part of your combo trial, you gotta pause?
that's in
I
the
think
inputs.
there could be
Yeah.
there's room for a
The
combo.
inputs.
There's room for a combo jam situation into XQ. You know,
I could see it. I could see it like
Yeah,
a combo
entertaining.
contest.
yeah,
Yeah,
they'll have
I
a little
bet-
combo
I'm
contest
pretty sure
going.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball
I think that'd be
Fighters and
cool.
Marvel 3, like people were doing those.
Yeah, man.
There's some
Yeah.
real hype shit. in that.
Well,
Well,
they're doing it with freaking Street Fighter 6, like Red Bull Kumite, so.
Oh yeah, they did.
Exactly.
They can do anything.
they think they did it at some Evo at some point where they were doing a combo contest. That's like a community event, and like it's really cool.
They did a Hessen Crash as well. That's
It's not something I personally give a fuck about. Like I don't care.
At the biggest Smash major, I can't remember what the biggest Smash major is called, but it always has the Smash 64 combo trial,
Yeah.
and then it'll have the 4
sick.
judges.
And
And like every
That's
single year,
always
they just
hype.
put Hungry Box as one of the judges because they know Hungry Box is gonna like do the funniest reaction no matter what. So it's like freelo clickbait.
Cinema.
I wonder who would have like the best combo. I feel like Timo has the best combo
Best
like
combo?
contest ability. Just trying to get as much dumb stuff to hit. Getting
I
all
wonder
3
if,
badges
like-
in one combo.
I wonder if like Echo. I wonder if there's like, so you know how in Street Fighter 6, like there's like desk combos where it's purposely getting hit by dousing fireball.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
what if
yeah,
it's
yeah.
that, but for like Time Winder?
To do what?
You're in hit stun for 30
Listen.
seconds if you get hit by that move, Jones.
There's gotta be a long. There's gotta be a long enough super out
Nah,
there.
no, Ilawi's super. Of course, you got the tentacles, isn't it?
Tentacles?
It's
It's
Yeah,
finding a way to set up the most bonkers, like pattern with the tentacles that makes the most funny, like the most fun combos. I was actually before the tournament yesterday. I was just messing about with some side switch combos using that Ilawi tentacles. Like it's cute stuff, real cute stuff. Like
We'll hurry us
there's a lot of
on.
unexplored stuff there.
We'll hurry us on for time though. We'll go
All
into
right.
something that we have talked.
Wait. I thought we were finishing this at 2 a.m. Like,
We
what's
did,
the heat?
What the hell? No, that is when he's going to bed
Belly.
apparently.
We'll veer off. We'll veer off.
But we already talked about this
After we
very
finish slamming.
slightly. Obviously, Warwick and Timo both dropped on a patch by surprise. Timo, we knew was coming. We saw the character trailer, maybe the best one I've ever seen in fighting games. But Warwick came attached and was leaked by the Brazilian Riot team by accident. Just first off, what were your initial thoughts on the champ? We'll start with you again because you're the guest. But what were your initial thoughts on? Let's start with Timo, and how are you thinking about the character now?
I thought Timo, when I first saw him, was because keep in mind I've never played League, so pretty much all the characters that come through, unless they've appeared in Arcane, are pretty much surprises to me. Where I don't really know anything about them or any of their lore or any of their moveset, like what to expect. So everything's just like, what? He's got this, got that. In the case of Timo, I thought he was the biggest villain ever to have existed the moment I saw him, and I was like, all right, let me I'm gonna mess about with this character whilst I'm like, because he was part of the early access in for Evo during the Evo France week,
Hmm.
and I was doubling with him in the Airbnb that I was at, and I thought, okay, I think this is one of those characters I need a bit more time with. And then come yesterday, my thoughts were definitely like instilled. He is definitely the biggest villain ever to exist, like 100%. So yeah, I'm picking him up.
Oh God, no! That's not why I was like, yeah, okay, I agree with you. That's not what I wanted to hear. What about you, lads? How did your thoughts change from release to now?
I mean, I was dreading the day that Timo would come into this game. I didn't think it happened so soon, but here he is. I mean, I won't lie. I'm gonna hold my my biases. I have played League, so I have the privilege of knowing what he's like in that game. And I couldn't believe my eyes that they announced him as the 10th character in a 10-man roster, was going to be one of the least played characters and the most hated character from League. I mean, I don't know, but I don't know why, what inspired them to do it, but you know what? At the very least, they came up with a pretty unique kit for the character, so I can't complain. I think, yeah, he's if you know League, you know you hate him basically, right? And I think in 2XKO, I think that's going to stay the same. So they definitely transferred that really well. To me, he's like, what if Nekoak but was good, right? And I think that's kind of probably the design philosophy they went for with this character. And as far as I can tell, he seems very obnoxious, quite strong, obviously right now, especially. And I feel like people aren't even abusing the really crazy stuff with him, you know? Like, he literally has an 11 frame overhead. He has a, smaller hurtbox than most other characters, things like that. But, like, he has an instant overhead that leads into, like, a TOD. Like, I don't know. Like, is this character not broken? I don't know. Maybe.
I mean,
Not
that's
to
what I'm
mention all
picking
the
him.
super tag stuff, and
Nope.
obviously he has an OTG assist. Of course, he has the zoning potential. He has the stalling potential. Like, you can time people out with this character. Like, he just seems to be very good at a lot of things. I mean, he's, I guess, balanced, that he has a low health pool, but I mean, yeah, I think he's.
I mean, so does Echo,
a
and so
very
does
scary
Ari.
addition. We'll see what they decide to do with him, but. I was like, I know this is going to happen. He's going to come to the game. He's going to be top tier. Everyone's going to hate it. It's going to be great.
I think actually, like, the weakest thing about him is his movement speed. He's slow as hell. And even then, that's not a mass. Like, if you have to make a comeback with Timo, it's kind of like, how do I get to you without getting punched in the face on the way there? But the character's definitely, like, got a very interesting kit. Jonesy, how are you feeling from start to now? I thought you were, like, someone that was really looking forward to Timo.
Oh, I'm definitely playing Timo right now. Timo Vi all the way, baby. I love my double down super tag assist.
Okay.
Yay! Let me play Infinite. Woo! Skip neutral. I mean, realistically, pre Timo Warwick, before we knew it, like there was a heavy amount of big body representation, and I guess when you come from League, the question is, how do they put yodels in, and how are yodels going to translate to 2XKO?
Yeah.
which was the main concern. And I think realistically, they've done Yordles as well as they can do. So maybe Heimerdinger, Lulu, Tristana in the future, possibly, could be cool to see. But yeah, I mean, when Teemo
I
got
could see
announced,
Poppy.
that was Poppy's, or Poppy would be actually a really cool pick.
How would you even make that work? Because she was just force tagged. That would be her thing. No, because her ult is just.
Force tag?
I mean, since
Oh,
since,
yeah, her ult could be a snap. She could just have snap.
Since Juggernaut's kind of dead,
Yeah.
you kind of
We'll
need
get onto
to.
that, I'm sure.
We'll
You
talk
kind of need to do.
about Jug. We'll
You
talk
kind of need
about
to do
Jug.
stuff.
We can leave Jug for a bit.
I think because Teemo's supers are just
Really good.
so crazy strong as of right now, people are probably kind of not forgetting, but they've put Warwick to the shelf a little bit because Teemo's the current new hotness. And that's not to say Warwick's bad. I actually think Warwick, other than the bug which gets fixed like tomorrow, I think Warwick's a well-made character, to be honest.
I mean, you might as well talk about that a bit more. That's our next
Like,
topic, really. What do you think about Warwick? Because when Warwick came out, I had no interest in the character. I didn't care, and I thought he was going to be a bit dog. Pardon the pun. But like, he's out now, and there's a group of people who are like, this Warwick character is busted. He's the secret top tier of this patch, and there's another group of people who are like, I have to get Bloodlust to unlock being good, and that's not good enough for me. But how are you feeling about Warwick, Jonesy?
Yeah, I mean, just carrying on my point, I think he's just right behind like the top. I'd say top 4, right? Of like Echo, Yasuo, Ari, Teemo. He's like just behind them. Like if they get adjusted down, he's gonna go up.
Yeah,
I think he's got pretty solid buttons all together. His supers, especially the tracking super, it doesn't give him much bloodlust, but realistically, I think most Warwicks now can route in a way where they end with that super, pop bloodlust, and have the best Oki. And for DHCs and stuff, it's a ridiculous super because it will just hit whatever super you double down off of. The Wrecker one's kind of whatever, and Bloodlust Fury Warwick is the scariest character to exist in the game right now. I can't lie.
I'd agree. I'd agree. That character, like when he has Bloodlust and Fury, it's just like, oh, he's coming for me, and I have to hold this because like he's so quick, he's so fast with so much movement speed. He can cancel on all these buttons. It becomes a bit of a nuisance. But
do you want to know the trick? Do you want to know the trick to dealing with that?
Oh come on, you're gonna say something that like isn't real and it's like Alawi specific or something.
No. I'll tell you this now. Every Warwick, they're never hit confirming. Okay, they're always gonna do 2 buttons into a cross up, but it's not a natural combo. So just hold forward. Take the first 2 hits. Don't change your block. Okay, just believe they're gonna do it. Just hold forward. Trust me. Every time it has worked. I'm telling you. Go there in Bloodlust. I'm just holding forward.
If I lose to a Warwick in bracket now, it's on you. It's on you.
It's a 50-50. Either works or it doesn't. Okay, like and it's a pretty good. I like those chances.
50-50
I like those
anyway.
chances.
Your odds aren't any better doing that.
Yeah, like I could just try and block.
But
maybe.
like,
I mean, you should just mash parry. That's literally what it is.
Yeah. That's
Mash
what
parry
I
is the answer because it's like if he does it off of S2, he either does the follow up to S2, which is like another hit of the Wrecker, which stays same side, or he does the cross up, and it's just like
Or
like,
he
talk
could
about
go into
how-
a hooligan.
They're not hit confirming. That's the thing. They're not hit confirming, so they always go into cross up at
it's
some point.
overrated. It's overrated, fam. But yeah, I mean, like we mentioned how Teemo's translated very well in terms of how annoying he is in League, like Lars mentioned. And it's like, Warwick's kind of the same. When Warwick's bloodlusted, I feel like I'm the ADC who's just gotten out of bot lane, and suddenly there's a symbol above my head. I am not near my turret. I am bricking it. I do not have flash up. I do not have barrier up. I do not have cleanse up. I am not safe right now. That's what it feels like. They've translated the characters really well in terms of those two.
Yeah, I think the newer characters have definitely got that kind of love, where you feel like you're playing that character, like especially Jinx as well. When someone gets in on you and you've already fired a rocket, it's like, I'm gonna bloody die now. But yeah, no, the translation of the characters has been really nice. Laz, how are you feeling about Warwick? Not Warwick.
Yeah, I think when he came out, I was really happy because I was not interested in Teemo in the slightest. But I was like, I was just playing Yasuo at the time, literally Juggernaut. Like, I was like, who else am I gonna play? And then what comes around, he looks super sick. Kind of my design. Love the install design of the Bloodlust thing. And I thought he was originally really really strong. He had all the right tools. His normal was 5M's, probably one of the best in the game. I think most of that's still true. I think he's struggling a little bit though. I do think he's a weird character, right? Because he can't get Bloodlust by himself. Basically, that's kind of the idea. It's really hard. You kind of because you're not going to find too many opportunities in this game. You really want to get it off the first hit, and you can't get it off block or anything like this. You can do it with the Jinx trap, which I've been messing around with, obviously. And so you can do it from the neutral, which can help him out. But I think in general, you have to build a team around getting Warwick into Bloodlust. And then you have to consider, is that better than just playing Echo and Yasuo? Like, is designing my whole team around getting this character into Bloodlust and then, having a kind of a risk, kind of a scary mix up with the overhead, the cross up, even throw actually leads into a pretty big confirm. Where Warwick's neutral is like not very good by himself. It's very rare, I think, that this actually comes into play, but his hurt boxes are so ridiculous that he gets stuffed by everything. All of his hurt boxes activate before the normal comes out. So like you will be stuffed out, even if your normal is the same speed or whatever, you just lose. Feels really bad. Like I've had moments where I'm like go past a projectile with his projectile vulnerability, then I like do one of the follow-ups, lose my projectile vulnerability, the projectile's on the other side of the screen and it will just hit me. Like because my hurt box is that big. And it's like situations like that feel really bad. You get clipped out of the air all the time. He has a lot of like I feel like a lot of his things, there must have been a stronger version. Like in this testing, obviously, there must have been a really scary version of this Warwick, and they toned him down for sure. I think the Bloodlust, how it works, I think how hard it is to get, like without building a whole team around, and then what you get out of it. I think there must have been like a stronger version, and I think he was probably a bit too good, and they might have like done some balancing passes on him before we got hands on him.
That's where they want their characters to be, where it's like you do have to, because like with Echo
Does
Yasuo,
Teemo feel like that?
Well,
you can.
no.
I mean, I guess there are some teams that are kind of designed around sort of trying to enable Teemo getting his badges, or at least safely setting up traps. Like Teemo Braum, for example, you just Braum assist and then you're chucking everything out. Yasuo win will kind of, but realistically, you're playing Yasuo, so you're just gonna super tag. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think his and the thing is as well, you got to build the ship, or you got to build the team around him, and I don't think he gives that much to a team. He has a pretty good DP assist. That's true. It's not invincible though. It's just an anti-air, which is unique, but I don't think it's that incredible. And then his other assist is whatever. It's pretty serviceable. It's very similar to any like forward moving assist, except you don't really get a confirm on hit with it, or at least it's very hard to. And the big thing is that, unlike Teemo, he doesn't get Bloodlust from hitting his assist. So if you do his DP assist and it lands, and he doesn't get any Bloodlust out of it, compared to Teemo, who gets his marks, right? Or his stocks, which actually carry over between rounds as well. Like imagine if Warwick's Bloodlust carried in between rounds. That's really good. And I think the other thing, the last thing that holds it back is because you can only get the Bloodlust on a hit, there's a lot of situations where you will just already be winning so hard that it doesn't matter. Like you've basically won the round already, and then you get Bloodlust, and it's like, all right, round's over, I guess. But like, it's very rare that let's say on the combo that you get Bloodlust, you probably just kill that character anyway, and then, well, I guess it makes it harder to make that comeback, and you can say that's pretty valuable, I guess. But yeah, we'll see. I think he is really good. Don't get me wrong. I think the Bloodlust is worth getting. It's just, I don't think it's worth building a team around, basically. It's just too hard to get there.
Yeah. Have to agree. Or I was going to call E Warwick. What do you think?
It's the blood red versus fighting hoodie, isn't it?
You should be playing Warwick, Darius, realistically, because you wear red everywhere. But how are you feeling about Warwick? You haven't added it to your team, and I haven't seen you play.
I have not dabbled with him beyond combo trials. So, pretty much all my Warwick knowledge is. First of all, I heard Lazarus say Warwick. Okay, that made me flinch.
Warwick.
That felt
Come on, it's been like
horrible.
15 years of saying that, man.
Warwick.
You gotta
It's
let you gotta let
horrible
it
to
rock.
my ears.
Warwick.
Okay, and it's been 1 week of
Kurapika.
Warwick, as this person's saying. Anyway, so a lot of my
Jesus Christ.
knowledge of Warwick is pretty much just from a tiny bit of labbing and mainly matchup stuff. So, but it's interesting that Laz mentions about the disjointed hurtbox, sorry, on the moves, because I feel like his idle stance has a disjointed hurtbox. Like there are times I felt like I've done a hit. Oh, sorry, I press a button, it's gone clearly into his snout, but it's not hitting. It's whiffed my button. So I think there's something weird about the hurt boxes overall with Warwick, where it kind of goes both ways, neither in his favor or yours, but also like, yeah, it's a bit weird trying to play against him. And obviously it's scary. Yeah, he's like he's scary because once he has a bit of room to breathe, he can start rushing you down, especially if he has the assist to cover you. Especially if you have a combo route that builds the full bloodlust from a random hit confirm. I think, but for me, yeah, I don't think he's up there as like top in the game. Definitely not top 3. Definitely, I don't even think top 5. Um, and this is an 11 character champion, sorry, 11 champion cast at the minute. So I'm curious to see what they do with Warwick, because you can see they're already doing like small changes here and there, little balancing updates every few weeks. So I'm curious to see what they do to change him up. Bloodlust feels both. How should I put it? Like it makes him scary, but also it tones him down in other places at the same time. Because I feel like if someone does a combo into Bloodlust, they kind of have to end the combo. Like they don't really get much that follows after it. Whereas when I look at Timo, give him 2 bars, okay, he can carry on following up on the combo, regardless how many badges he's got. So I think there's something with Warwick where he's only scary in neutral once he's got Bloodlust. Otherwise, I don't really feel threatened. Like once I'm in the middle of combo, I don't feel like, oh crap, what is the setup that he's going to do? Or oh, I feel like his damage is going to be so high that I'm dead. The moment I get touched by him, like I don't feel that threat when facing him.
I feel like it has to be
So-
it has to be built around the character, because there are some, like when you have double down Warwick, it becomes a pain. It becomes a really like annoying character to deal with because he can do so many of the follow ups into Bloodlust, finish the combo, and then get Oki with the suppression ult, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called.
Infinite duress.
Infinite duress. Thank you very much. But like it does feel like there's a bit of a mismatch with the character where it's like you want to be in Bloodlust, but when you're in Bloodlust, you sort of don't want to keep doing the damage that you're supposed to be doing in Bloodlust because then you're wasting your Bloodlust time.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
It's
the
really
character
weird.
does feel a bit weird. But either way, Timo and Warwick both released into the very small roster we had already. And
Can
when
I
we
say
had...
one more thing about Warwick?
Oh yeah, go for it.
I think one thing that's really good about him though is for new players. Because if someone says, "Hey, I'm kind of new to fighting games. Who should I play?" Obviously, everyone's saying Darius because he's very simple. His combo routes are very simple. He's very straightforward. He could really get the fundamentals down. I think Warwick kind of fits in that next step between. All right, Darius has got this. Has got simple buttons. Okay, with simple plans, simple knockdowns. Warwick is like that next level up on. Okay, you've got to manage this bloodlust gauge. It's the combo routes are still relatively simple if you choose to do. I mean, obviously you can. It's a fighting game. You can make it more complex. And then every other character is further up. I mean, I guess Ilawi is probably the next one. I'd say is probably the easier one. But certainly every other character, they're way more complex. So I think for new players, the fact that there's another character that is a little bit easier to use, and at least just to start pressing buttons, see how they flow together, it's a lot easier compared to, you know, just looking at Timo who just came out, you have to get good at doing charge 2H
Yeah.
and working with janky buttons that are small and some that travel far, some that don't. And sometimes they do the limit strike, like this 5H. Like there's just so many little rules with it. Whereas Warwick is a lot straightforward by comparison, at least when it's just starting out. And so I think it's nice as another character with a nice ease on the curve for learning the game.
It's actually weird because I'm thinking about what Timo does for like his basic B&B. Like, does that actually get you any badges, like, at all?
What?
Like any badge progress at least?
His no. So there's this. Well, what's the definition of the basic
That's the
B&B?
thing. What?
Like the
Because
simplest combo you could do that ends in limit strike.
the simplest combo
can maybe
that is
get lights
undrop.
in.
Okay, the undroppable combo I call it is one where you do the Sonic Ball over and over again.
Yeah.
That one has pretty good carry, and because you don't need to charge anything, it's relatively simple. But obviously you're not building badges.
Yeah.
However, hot take, I don't think the badges actually matter too much, honestly.
No, not really.
You get more damage for the most part, and that's it. And I guess with the slingshot, you get there's a tad bit more hit stun, but other than that, and it can trigger the grass, but for the most part, you can still play the exact same game plan with all 3 badges as you do with no badges.
I'm actually quite surprised.
Nothing changes on your game plan.
I
once
think
you've got a badge.
poisoning people
You still
on
kind of
block,
do. You kind of still do the same thing though.
like poisoning people on block and just being able to confirm your slingshot from like further ranges. I think that'd be like massive, no?
It's helpful, but not.
It's kind of similar.
Not a requirement.
I don't think poison really matters.
It's kind of similar to how like if a Warwick's already kind of slapping you about, it gets even worse. It's like the League snowball effect, right?
Mm.
Like 0-0 Timo, he's gonna put shrooms around the lane, blah blah blah. It's hella annoying. Then when it's like a 2-0 Timo that's turbo to like a death cap or whatever, or rallies and whatever other dot stuff that you can buy in League, it gets even more annoying, which is kind of the same with badges.
Mm.
That's the way I see it. It's like the annoying stuff that's already there gets even more annoying, but there's no like shift in what the character actually looks to do.
I guess he has the same
And
game plan, he
even
just
if there
wins more.
even if there weren't badges, I think just like the buttons alone, like Laz is saying, the instant overheads
Yeah.
cracked. Even just his light is like, because it's so far away and so frustrating to deal with. I think his 2M is actually kind of strong. He's got pizza cutter.
His
So,
jump
like,
light is a projectile as well, so it's a pain to anti-air.
Yeah, you don't even do jump back shroom, just jump back lights, and it's like such a shutdown on people approaching. You do parachute into just falling JM, people have to hold it.
Yeah.
Any Marvel players immediately think, why is this little Yordle 0 at the same time? Like, what the hell?
Why is he 0 meets Rocket Raccoon?
Legit.
And
Like,
the worst part is that like if you're trying to run in on him and he's floating above you, it's now a mix-up. What side is Pizza Cutter going to hit you on?
yeah.
And then after that,
So
you
is
just
the
have to
assist
block
gonna
so
hit
much
you
more.
on, bro?
And he's probably
True.
got
That's my concern.
and he's probably got the best level 1 supers in the game.
As in a set, like combined set.
Free.
Even just isolated, like the big mushroom is either just a straight up wall where it lets Timo on his own just set up whatever the hell he wants and approach you. In combos, it's basically you're eating however much the player has learned in a combo. Basically.
I mean, it literally just combos into itself. Like,
Yep.
it's just a level 1 to level 3 that you can just use depending on how much meat you got. And
The
like,
dart-
you can then also just raw tag and then get the next character
Yeah.
and spend his
Or,
meat too.
or tag launcher.
Like, it's
Yeah.
actually crazy.
Or tag launcher, yeah. The Dart
Yeah, or
Super
tag launcher, yeah.
is like the best double down super, arguably, if you're looking purely at super
easy.
tag mix point of view. Like, as an MVCI player, that's what I'm looking at.
Even outside
I'm
of
seeing
that,
I'm seeing Winter Soldier. I've blocked grenade. I've now got a hold mix.
it's like, because I was thinking to myself, yeah, Jinx Zap Super it's obnoxious, and I hate dealing with it. At least when that was coming towards me, you can parry it at a consistent timing, and you know that pretty much once it starts, it's like, okay, I'm in this.
You're
With
giving me
Teemo, it's like,
PTSD for yesterday.
with
I
Teemo, it's
love
flying
that
up and down and just moving around everywhere, so you can make it win.
That's what I love that everyone complained about super tag with Jinx like frame 2. They nerf it, and then literally the same patch they nerfed it. They go, here's super tag with Jinx, but 2. This is the better version.
I assume
So
that
good.
Teemo was like already that far down the pipeline and they couldn't do
definitely,
anything.
but
But
it is funny.
I will take
It's-
that all day.
My biggest gripe with that Teemo super is that the only arrows that are consistent are the ones it's the second to the second last one. They're all consistent because they keep you stuck in block stun. AKA if you're parrying, you can just mash it and it's all auto timed. The first and the last one have a slightly different timing where if you are parrying, like first of all, if you manage to parry the first into the second one, which you have to slightly delay, on the second last one to the last one, you have to once again slightly delay, otherwise you just get hit.
And the last start is the one that does the most chip, and it's so funny to see people go, "Oh man, I can survive this super. Oh, this is fine." And that last start hits them on block, and they die, and they go, "What the fuck just happened?"
And then the best part of all of it is it's completely safe because he ran away
Yes,
during the
that's
entire
the
time.
most annoying part.
Yes.
So that's what
Yeah.
So even if you parry all of it,
Hyper Viper.
you're parrying all of it, right? He's on the other side of the screen. He's probably got the Yasuo in already doing mix-ups on you anyway. So it's like, it's such an obnoxious
you're already
tool to
dead.
deal
Like, I
with.
don't know why we're talking about blocking this shit or whatever's happening. You already got opened up like 15 darts ago. You know what I mean?
If you
I'm using it with Darius Bleed.
Bruv, if you
That's toxic.
time Vi free H at overhead just in time, the Teemo super will mean there's no like knockdown off her overhead, so you get a full combo. It's yes. Give me more characters with beautiful super tag pressure. Yes, give me all
I've
of it.
seen Yasuo players
No,
do
the
like the
worst part
stance
was-
cancel, slice just during
yeah,
the
that
entire
was
super.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy. Does it? I think I swear it like applies the limit strike, and maybe that's how much damage the Yasuo move does. But it looks like it's just applying the limit strike damage over and over again. Because technically they should be limit striking, but
Yeah.
it's like not letting them do it.
All right.
Yeah, because
Oh.
actually, yeah, go on.
I mean, we can keep going. We are in the right time frame. I've got like, this is my first
okay,
time, so
okay. I
I've got
wasn't
like
sure
a
if we
time
moved
frame
around.
for each section. We are within time for this one, so we can keep
Okay,
going if
okay.
you want.
So I wanted to say, like, the worst part is like Juggernaut was actually a pretty good counter to the super tag stuff,
God, here we go.
and
Yes.
they freaking nerfed
Let
it,
it
so it's
out.
not playable anymore.
Let it out.
But then they released a better version. I probably would still pick Juggernaut versus like Leffen's team, for example, because like at least there's an option there. But it makes me think that like, are they just gonna have to keep reworking and keep nerfing the super tag stuff, or just like get rid of it somehow? Or can we just find a way to implement like a double push block? Like maybe maybe that you can get a second push block that costs meter, right? There's one that costs assist, one that costs a meter, and then the metered one you can push both characters out.
Actually, I'm going to
that'd be a
stop
good
you
way of dealing
here
with it.
because we'll talk about that in the balance changes.
Okay.
Double Down will take a deep dive into, because I think there's a lot of people who are a bit confused on how it works, on how it should work at least. But those two new characters are in the game and we are dealing with them. Teemo especially, I see him in pretty much every single ranked match. But we will.
You're welcome.
Fuck you.
Take all your
Next
points.
segment is a lesson to learn, at least. Going over the general changes that happened, how many weeks ago? Happened 2 days before EVO France, and people played on that patch. How are people... Sorry, I just read chat. I shouldn't be doing that. But how are people confused about Double Down? You super, and then you tank. People are confused about how strong it should be, at least. But yeah, we got a patch with a bunch of characters, and we're going to take some time to go through all of those. We'll start with Ahri. I think Ahri, with these, like, before these changes, she was kind of just, like, unreliable to play. Because, like, oh, I'm going to randomly drop a combo. And doing that in tournament and dying feels horrible. And a lot of people didn't like that. With a lot of the changes that she got, she's a lot more stable. And I think a lot of people are working on her now. And I'd go as far to say she's top 3.
Yeah.
With those changes. Just
You
we'll look at them like in detail later, but Jonesy, go for it. How you feeling about Ari?
so you know that song Silk Sonic, where it says, "I'm in disbelief, this bitch." That's how I feel about Ari. That's all I need to say. This character, fam. I hate her. I hate her with a passion.
Why do you hate her though, Jonesy?
I can't touch her,
I'm with
man.
you. I'm with you.
She jumps up, shoots a little projectile, and then flies away.
Yeah. She's like,
You know what?
her
Skill issue.
ground and her ground buttons. Her ground buttons are OD as well.
yeah, 5M is crazy range, and I don't know why.
Like it luckily got nerfed. I can't believe that was 9 frames, and it was probably the biggest 5M, maybe close to one of the biggest 5Ms. Insane bun. But yeah,
Like
I'll let Jonesy finish.
literally, when I play someone and I see they select Ari, I'm just like, pick Ari points so I can just super tag you right off round start and just pray I hate you. I'm trying not to play against you at all.
And like,
I think
I don't know what people were doing
Ari-
before with Ari, but I don't know how that's changed now. Because like, you can still do what she was doing now before. It was just maybe a combo drop here and there, but
Yeah, that's the big difference. They're finishing their combos.
That's literally it.
They're finishing the
literally it.
combos. They got the Oki. Yeah.
If you played against I was playing like a lot Goomba a lot before the patch, and his Ari's kind of OD, and like you play against this character, like I'm playing like Yasuo, Juggernaut as well. Like my neutral should be pretty king, but against Ari, even with my 2H, like every time she's in the air, I'm just like guessing. I'm just guessing, and if I guess wrong, I die. Like neutral, you're just guessing against this character all the time, or you're blocking. Like that's literally it. You either don't want to guess and then you have to block, or you guess with like a parry or a 2H or something, and then if she jumps in or she calls the assist at the right time, like GG's. Like the character with that much mobility in a game with assists that are as fast as they are is ridiculous. Like her neutral just is completely uncontestable, and she's also good on the ground, which is the other crazy part. She's also one of the fastest characters on the ground, and has some of the best buttons on the ground. You just can't play neutral. Like that's just it. Like she's just the triumphs against that. She has so many options in neutral. She's obviously got the Spirit Rush.
yeah.
Has the air fireballs, which are actually pretty decent. Like the recovery is very, very tiny on them. It's really hard to interrupt them. You can't even use like projectile invuln moves because the way she just recovers and like dodges out of the way of them. And again, you just pair her with a good assist. Like she was just a vessel before. Now she's like, because her combos just don't drop. She's fine. But yeah, if you basically played against a good Ari before who didn't drop her combos, you're like, yeah, this character's broken. Now you can't drop her combos, which is the only way people were beating this character before. And yeah, it's just too much. I think she's just too. I think if they want to keep the power level assist the way they are, she's way too fast. Like and way too mobile, which is kind of the design of the character. But you need to like tone other things down if you want that to be as good as it is.
And I think the strength of it is its non-committal mobility, where she can throw out a fireball. Did it hit? Okay, I'm going to confirm. Did not hit? I'm leaving. And then starts that whole process
I'm
again.
going in and making you block this JH.
Exactly.
Like, you
It's
can't
like
tell.
if-
You have to guess.
It's like if Ari had her ult permanently.
Yeah, basically. She just
Because like
doesn't
when
do anything.
you're laning against Ari and she hits 6, you have to always be like, if she ults me right to my face and presses E, there's probably a jungler. I'm probably dead.
And
Like,
if you want to
imagine-
go in on her, she's probably gonna.
She is out.
and leave.
She says, "Later, sucker. Hold that."
So yeah, I
It's
guess
the same.
character
It's the same with
translated-
this.
The character translated well, I guess.
Too well,
Yeah.
I'd say. Too well.
E, give us
Her
your
super's also like ridiculously good. That's what I'd say. Is that both her
Spirit
supers
Rush
are, like-
is weird. I feel like Spirit Rush isn't consistent. Hyper
Her
Spirit
super
Rush
assist is. Her super assist is very, very strong, actually.
I've dropped out of the back end of Hyper Spirit Rush so many times. Like, I don't know why it does that.
I've never seen it.
I've never had that happen to me.
I've had it happen to me. I've seen it while I was on comms. It's weird sometimes. Over Deception though is I'm very scared to say this because then they'll come for me next. But it's broken. Over Deception is bloody nuts. But this might be a situation where it's like, oh, well, what about you? What are you doing?
He is building something up. I
Yeah,
can see that
he is
face
charging
right now.
up, so I'm gonna let him run.
Let
Please,
him
go
talk.
on.
Let him talk. Talk to us.
Gordy.
I got something. This is gonna rile everyone up, but I think everyone has a skill issue.
Ah!
Honestly, like just react to what Ari's
That's
doing.
cap.
Like
You
you
can't.
can
The system 17 frames. What do you trying to react to, bro?
just react to everything.
Oh,
You
I'm about
either
to-
stuck and blocks them, or you can react to it. Like
I'm
that's
So
gonna-
what is your
I'm-
reaction? Wait, what is your reaction to what she's doing?
just parry. Just stand parry.
Okay, so when you parry, what do you do afterwards?
Fuck her up.
I'm
What you
gonna.
say?
No. This just allows. This is allowing
What if she
for
doesn't
prime
press?
hate
What
watch
you
hours.
react to
True.
I
on
can't.
page?
Your next tournament run. Oh my days! I'm gonna be in there hate watching. I hope you were into every Ari.
All right, tune into twitch.tv/TalesOfMrE. You'll see I'll just react to everything from Ari.
Say less.
Yeah, you
Okay.
react to
Didn't
like
you lose to
an
Goomba
air
yesterday?
fireball or like.
Yeah, I lost the crank. Okay, I didn't lose to Ari.
Yeah, the crank got you.
Check the bots.
And he did get cracked. I did see that. Very
I
last
got
interaction, got grabbed. It was like,
Damn clankers.
50-50.
GG's.
But no, seriously, like I know that was the meme answer, but what do you really think of Ari?
I think that is
No,
his answer.
like don't get me wrong. Like yes, the thing that I have the biggest gripe with about Ari. Okay, honestly, her neutral, I'm actually okay with it. I'm genuinely comfortable when I face Ari in neutral, unless they have an echo assist, because fucking Time Winder is a bitch and a half.
My
When you
time.
add that, just sit in front, like squeeze between you and Ari. Yeah, that's the
Is it?
annoying part. But-
I'd argue it might be the
Chrono Strike.
best or second best team in the game right now.
Yeah, Echo
Ari
Ari
Echo.
is genuinely frustrating when and it's only because of the Time Winder assist. Like my time is annoying as well, very annoying actually. But the Time Winder assist, if it's set up in a way where it just sits on the screen,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's where it's
that one's
frustrating.
evil.
My gripe with Ari, and this is the case with actually every character that can do this, is being able to do level 1 combo after it into tag launcher or spend another bar. That
Yeah.
genuinely grinds my gears. Or in the case, or actually with both Ari and Echo in particular, and then I'm sure people are doing it with Teemo to a certain extent as well. They're doing level 1, big boy damage, and then into limit strike and into a mix up that where you're forced to do neutral tech. Like that's the bit that's also
Ari's
frustrating.
so
Those that's the bit I'm more that kind of grinds my gears more than actually dealing with her in neutral, because she's just able to just spend that damage. Like, okay, assess the situation. Am I gonna kill? Yes or no? If yes, cool. All right, do level 1 into either spend my second level 1 or tag launcher, which could be a level 3 after. If it's not, I'm gonna do the Oki where you have to hold the Foxfire mix.
Yeah.
And
that's
you can't
so
roll.
broken, by the way. After limit strike, you can't roll, you can't wake up attack because the meaty projectile. It's like you literally just it's just a free mix up on the block.
You have to guess. You have to guess between stand parry, and then in order to do something, in order to be able to do anything, in hopes that they're gonna commit a low, or crouch block. Like that's it. It's a really messed up Oki situation. You can't roll, can't wake up attack. Yeah, hold that.
It is a bit strong.
It's very
Off a
strong.
limit strike, so she gets
Off
the
a limit
damage
strike.
and the meter bonus, which is
Exactly.
crazy.
And then what happens if you get opened up again? She's got meter.
Same
Yeah,
thing
dead.
again.
You've got meter to do it all again. Okay, and I say all again like she's gonna do it Oki the second time. No, you're dead.
At
Hope
least
you
when
have
Echo
break.
spends
Press those 2 buttons.
he has to commit, you know? He has to commit to doing damage or doing a sick mix up on you, sort of thing.
Sick mix up, as in like pick your favorite fast food Oki. Like
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Correct. I feel like with Ari, it's just like you're holding this, and the only way you get out is if I misplay it, like really hard. And with other Oki that we'll probably talk about later on in the podcast, it's like, okay, this is a 2-frame gap. It's kind of difficult. At least Burrito was kebabism. But with Ari, it's like stalking flare. I'm standing here, so if you roll forwards, I'm gonna throw you. And if you don't roll forward, this is gonna hit you. So it's like it's just a mix up that you have to deal with. There's no like true counterplay to it. You're in a 50-50. But I think just generally the character is really hard to deal with for a lot of people in neutral. Obviously, he says he's better than us and just deals with it, I guess.
I just want a meatless answer.
Yeah.
The meatless answer.
But obviously, all of these changes were just mainly to fix Ari's combo tools. Actually, one of them was dialing back Ari's neutral tools, apparently. Which was before she could do Spirit Rush, and like
to be fair, that was actually
that
also
was
annoying.
bad.
Yeah, that was actually real bad. So it was a change that made sense. To be fair to the Tuco team, but like it's just like you dial back one thing, and it's the rest of it is still so high up that.
Yeah, like the 10 frame 5M, it had to happen because it was the only 9 frame 5M in the game, and it was possibly the best one. So like, it's not even a nerf; it's just standardization. You know, I mean,
you've stopped being God sort of thing, you know. But yeah, loads of these changes really helped Ari and make her a much better character. For the next character, I've actually got in my notes here. So like for Ari, it was Ari changes mainly focused on stability. For Blitzcrank, it's Blitzcrank no longer a character. Blitzcrank got a lot of changes to sort of steer people away from the idea of putting your opponent in a unfightable vortex, especially in Juggernaut, which also got shot. But generally, we'll start with you, Jonesy. How are you feeling about Blitzcrank after these patches, and were there any in particular that?
Wasn't this the change to basically stop his like guaranteed unblockable post Juggernaut snap?
I said it in really nice words, but
yes.
Not just that. It's also changing the air recoveries where you can't pick up off the air. Like some people are just doing like jump light into a very delayed air command grab, and you can't do anything about that unless you delay tech. I think they made a change to that as well.
I was a hater of Crank, so I think the changes made sense, to be honest. Like the game plan for Blitzcrank, I feel, hasn't really changed off these changes, so I think they're just all in all the right kind of changes that Blitzcrank needed, because he was effectively kind of abusing something in the system, which did make him really strong. Like, don't get me wrong in that sense. And because of that, he's kind of fallen off the totem pole. Theoretically, anyway, obviously, Goonboo's kind of goated, so, like, Blitzcrank's now, if you're purely results-based, is now back to being top tier, but...
The thing is, he was Nen Impact strong, where it was like, I hit you, and then the next character is already...
Honestly, in Nen Impact, he might be mid-tier. Honestly...
I mean, yeah, the characters in Nen Impact are
they've done a lot of changes.
Pretty funky. Sorry, lads.
Yeah, I think they've done a lot of changes just to try and stop unblockables. You know, that was it. Yeah. That was it. Like, you know, they just don't want people to lose like that. And to be fair, yeah, you probably shouldn't have them. Like having a command grab that's just unblockable because, well, hey, you can't hold up because you're already in the air.
You just got snapped in.
You're in literal. You got because they're really reluctant on giving anyone throw protection, basically. So like, you just get thrown. There's nothing you can do. But no, I don't know. I feel like they want Blitz to be more of the supporting character. Like his assists are actually still really good. They're very uniquely good. The restand obviously is really good on hit and combos. To be able to restand opponents for like resets is really potent. And I think that's where they want the power level to be. And I think if they want to do that and make him a bit more powerful, they should probably make it so you can't just backdash his assist. Although I would, you know, I've heard people say that quite a bit, like, oh, you can just back, retreat and guard his assist. But if you ever play against someone who uses that assist, you can't retreat and guard that assist because they can just they just hit you the 2L. Like it's just that, you know, it's not very good in neutral, which is why I think Goombu's team works really well. You got Ari, who's really amazing in neutral. Doesn't need to be reliant on the assist, and then still has the assist for block pressure once she gets that, you know, on block pressure, which is not too hard to get. And then with freestyle, he has so many opportunities to scoop you up and stuff like that. But I think, I think looks like at least they want his power level to be, oh, he's kind of a really good supporting character. If you want to build your team around the hook, you can. But he's going to be a bit lackluster by himself because, he's a grappler in a tag game. Like, there's only so much he can do.
No,
I think that's fair.
you actually started off playing Blitz
Yeah.
with Laz, didn't you? And
Yeah.
then you dropped the character right after this patch.
No, I dropped the
Wonderful.
character because I got tired of doing shit block strings. Whilst everyone else was schmixing me for days, whereas I had to do really committal strings. That's why I dropped them. And so that was, I mean, it was in the phase, it was like the first week, keep in mind, like I was just dabbling with literally every character. But the one that that I was entering events and tournaments and playing seriously with was actually Darius Blitzcrank at first. And then, or if I'm doing duo, then I'll be playing Blitzcrank with Lazarus. He's still kind of that, but also now that the game's kind of developed, people kind of figure out better ways to optimize him and kind of navigate, especially when Blitzcrank is full screen away. What's the correct timing to either run in or super jump in or whatever it is that you opt to do to get in? And Goomba was just the goat for figuring out that timing on literally everyone he faced on how to correctly jump. He is still a struggle character where his, like, if I put it this way, I didn't lose when I lost to Goombu, it was to a command grab. If I just held up, I would have won. Okay. If it was against, let's say Echo, okay. If I were to have blocked his overhead, for example, okay, if Echo was to try and close the game out with an overhead, he could still call an assist to cover it. When Blitzcrank is doing a command grab, he can't call an assist whilst in this during the startup. You have to hold, like he is committing to that as an option. So he is still a really high committal character when you are going for those mixes. Obviously, it's like it's an absolute dopamine if you're the Blitzcrank player. But so props to anyone that is playing Blitzcrank at a high level. Like he's just a high committal character.
Yeah, I think overall Blitzcrank is the character they want him to be. He's Zangief, like
he's a grappler.
Yeah.
He's not great in the neutral, but when he gets in, let's go gambling, So yeah, honestly, I think obviously these changes were just to stop the character from being toxic. But I think Blitzcrank is in a decent place and fits a decent niche for a bunch of players.
Yeah. I will say there is one thing after fighting a lot of Blitzcrank players, like you obviously the great equalizer being the hook when he's on point just pulls you into like the 50-50. But I can't lie, I feel like every Blitzcrank fucks it up. I don't know how, but I don't know why they always delay like the 2L or the 5L or whatever. Like it feels like I could just fuzzy jump out of all of their pressure every time, even though that literally they literally changed the pre-jump frames so you couldn't do that. Like when he dropped, they made it from 3 to 4 because then you would get jailed by his 8-frame 2L or whatever it was.
It's just a skill issue. Honestly,
that's
literally all it
like
is.
not time it right. Like I feel like I'm guessing wrong every time, but I'm getting out still. You know what I mean? Like they're pressing the button and I'm not getting command grab and I'm not getting hit because I just fuzzy guarded it. Like, yeah, I feel like I don't know if that's particularly hard, but that is something I find a lot of. Like if Blitzcranks, like if they actually hit the 50-50 every time, they'd feel way better. Like Mr. You was saying, is very committal, but he is also just one of the few characters that just has like a true 50-50 like that, There's not very many unreactable stuff in this game unless your name's Yasuo, I guess. But yeah, I think that's
I
why
have
it's
words
so
about
committal.
Yasuo.
We will get to him. Don't worry.
We'll get there.
And I will have words too. But actually, we're going to go on to the next character who doesn't actually see any play from most people. I think I've only seen Wati Moha play Braum.
Poor way.
Braum, I remember getting a bunch of changes to do with damage. And those were like the highlight changes. Jonesy, did they matter?
I don't think they did. I mean, it's just naturally because of what the character does, right? Like, it's kind of like in Guilty Gear. in a sense, where no matter what you do to Happy Chaos, he's always going to naturally be quite strong because he's able to do high lows and still keep the high lows going after and combo off that no matter what. And it's kind of similar with, I guess, like Ari, Echo, Yasuo compared to Braum. They're so naturally stronger from the system mechanics that Braum's always going to be slightly lower. But Braum's a really strong support. He can enable, like, Braum Echo Braum can throw the shield out. My time from out of nowhere, and you can't even see it because Braum's shield is just that big.
Oh, the point character's in front as well. They're,
Yeah.
they're in front of the assist character on the screen
My
of
time.
the camera.
Like I said before,
Doesn't
can
matter if you can't
enable
see it, by the way.
Teemo, could
But, yeah.
enable Jinx. True. I mean, true. True. I remember from like the alpha, they changed like all of his routing, where it was like you do like the Poro ETGs compared to like all the charge button stuff. But yeah, I mean, Braum when he gets unbreakable is still extremely scary. But until he gets that, I'm like, you don't scare. There's not a lot he threatens with. So like you can change the damage on him, sure, but that's not going to change what he does in neutral.
Yeah, he's kind of still a slow, armored up guy, and it's like, well, how about I just backdash really far away from you, and then throw out my assist to accidentally hit you and take away your unbreakable buff, right?
Yeah.
But lads, how you feeling about his character? Obviously, big changes to Stand Behind Me. Well, it's bigger now.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the hitboxes are just bigger for him now.
Yeah, I think it's just the meta. It's a same thing with Warwick and Blitzcrank, and I think Braum is that he wants you to build a team around him, if that makes sense. And I genuinely think that in the meta that just doesn't work. I think the meta we see right now is that you just play the strongest characters. It doesn't matter if they have like insane synergy together. I mean, we literally will go to it later, but like Wawa's team is just like, why don't I just pick the two best characters? I don't care what they do together. Like, especially in the case of like someone like Yasuo and Echo, where it's like, if I'm on point and I handshake to myself, I will open you up. Like, that's basically it. And I think Unbreakable is an assist you want to build around. He's a character you want to build around. You want to get that. The Stand Behind Me is something you want to build around. The Unbreakable is extremely strong if you get there. Like that 5M is ridiculous. Like it just really is completely broken. Like if he's got you in the corner, feels awful. He's got command grab, super scary, right? Even though I think the biggest nerf that he got was that they slowed it down, right? So it's a lot easier to fuzzy block it. Much harder for him to catch you fuzzy guarding it. And yeah, I just think I think he's a good character, honestly. Like he's very unique strengths. He's just not individually good. Like he's just not great by himself. And so it just doesn't fit in the meta.
Yep, I agree. And I think like in this game, you so often find yourself in a position where your character has died and now you have to make a comeback with one character. And when it's Braum, it's just such a sad sight because you're calling that assist to come and help you out, and it's like the other person's just like, I'm not going to interact with you and wait for that to be down, and then I'm going to come in. And if you put out the shield, I'm just going to punch you or throw you.
You're
what's the shield going to do when he's by himself? Like,
Exactly.
literally nothing.
But E, how are you feeling about Braum?
Yeah, no, he needs some help. Like
Sorry.
it took me a while.
SOS.
Like I think who did I play with? I played against Teeny Tiny Tony. I don't know if you're familiar with him, Street Fighter player.
Yep.
But he picked up Braum. I think it was Braum Darius was his team. And then I kind of figured out, wait, as soon as he spends his assist, he's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Like, what do you like? Bro, I can just pretty much go in for free. Like it's a struggle for Braum once his assist is used. And that especially now, where if you're running 2x assist, you got an even longer cooldown time. So, Braum. See, the big difference between Braum and Blitzcrank, they have the same idea of, I want to close the gap on you so then I can force a mix-up. Okay, I want to put you in range of, preferably my lights, okay, but also mediums can also work. But it's a bit of a struggle. Blitzcrank, with the correctness, can kind of skip that a bit by, first of all, he's got a nice, and actually, he's got the hook that drags you in, and he can jump in. Braum. I don't know what Braum has.
Horror.
He just has to run across the screen. That's all he can do.
Like literally, all he can
He's
do.
got the lariat. That's it.
He
He's
throws
got he's,
Toro and
he's
he
got
prays.
he's got budget charging star. Like that's all he has.
And
Like-
that's like super easy to parry, super easy to whiff punish. Like it's mainly just catching you if you're throwing out projectiles without thinking, right?
Exactly.
Like
Pretty much.
I don't know. I'm with you guys on this one. Like Braum is
It's
in need of dire help, but also maybe he's where all the other characters should be. Where it's like, okay, you need
Yeah,
to
I
build
wouldn't
a
say
team
dire.
around him to
I
work.
think
He's in a team game, like you get the help from the assists. But yeah,
I-
it's just he's not meant to be like a solo character. I think.
his buff Unbreakable can only happen if you get the opening. Like
You
I
have
think
to get it.
exactly. Like obviously you can get it off everything. Like if it's like the overhead, the command grab, the lows. Okay, it doesn't matter what you hit them with. Then at least you get the Unbreakable. But like but if you're not getting that opening, and Unbreakable is the way how you can become a threat to your opponent. I think he needs a way just to get Unbreakable in neutral. Like,
Hold
think
on, stop
Alright,
that
that's-
right there.
no,
No,
genuinely.
Alright, yeah,
Like-
Warwick should just be able to like build his bloodlust if he just holds S2 and he just like uses whoop, and then he pops. Like yeah,
No, but the thing is,
great,
Well, I
actually.
guess-
Thing is,
guess
Warren,
maybe
Win
like-
condition for doing nothing.
Hold on. So maybe if we go off E's thought process, is the idea that maybe if you soak up enough damage with your shield,
yeah,
for example.
it could be that. That
That can
sounds like a
trigger-
sick mechanic where if you
Yeah, sure.
like, and you need to do something outside of opening up your opponent.
like when
Because
like Sora's putting his chest out and going, "Say yeah!"
Yeah.
and
Okay,
then number
but
go up.
Braum doesn't have to be the one that opens him up. That's what I'd say.
Also true.
Is that you
Yeah.
could play Yasuo and then he opens the opponent up, and then Braum gets all the benefits.
Yeah, until you're solo, Braum, then we're back to the same conversation where
Oh yeah.
it's kind of it's peak being a solo Braum.
I think it's just like, why pick Braum when you can pick
Exactly. Like
insert any other character right now for him?
Yeah.
people
which is
jokingly say that
Unlucky.
Braum with Echo, okay, is his best team, but then Echo with Braum is Echo's worst team.
Yeah.
Like why like why pick Braum when you could just
Yeah.
pick someone else on
Braum thinks he's the main girl getting the ring, but he is like 10th in the side hoe contact list right now.
Basically.
He is when there are no other choices left.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they change him because I feel like he's one of those characters where if he gets one obscene buff, he's gonna be really obnoxious to deal with. Because I've run into so many Braums
think
online
it's
that are
on
just
for
like
He was. He used to be.
shield up, and it's just like, okay, I can't fight you anymore. But that's Braum. We pray for him and hope he gets some changes. Darius.
Pot 6Ps.
Honestly, like the only change, well, there were two changes that I care about: movement speed change and the chip on normals change. We'll start on the other side because you play the character E.
We could just let
Did-
you talk the whole time.
Honestly, yeah, if you want to talk about the entire character, go for it.
Go nuts.
I mean, I
Very
think
nice.
Darius is like the most perfectly mid-tier character in the game.
Okay, this is ridiculous. Get
That's
out of
cap.
I think he's
That's enough.
like
it. All right, back it up, Mister.
I think he's the most satisfying character that in the game to play. Like it feels so good, especially if you've paid 85 quid for that arcane pack, and you press and you just do anything. It could be
Headless is very
honestly
satisfying.
if it was headless, then they just literally poof disappear headless. It's the best. Darius is the best. I think Darius is in a good spot. His like I said earlier, like he's a pretty easy character to pick up. Like he's generally the go-to for most noobs as well. Like people getting into fighting games, getting into 2XKO. Like this is probably the best character to start with to kind of like get a feel for how to do my first light, medium, heavy. You know, like it flows. It just all flows nicely. Then I think the way I'm playing him with Alawi, is one of the a little bit more creative way where I'm just trying to really go all in on that. What's it called? The bleed mechanic, you know, to really try and make the threat of chipping them out, as well as I could still just mix you up. It's scary to deal with, and it's just so satisfying when that gets going. So, in terms of the buffs, honestly, I'll be honest, I genuinely have not noticed the backdash speed increase. The bleed I can feel, but not the backdash speed. Like it's genuinely so subtle that the way it's not like I'm thinking, oh, okay, my backdash speed is now slightly faster. I can get out of XYZ situations. I'm still thinking, okay, I've got to make sure that I'm not going to backdash in a way that I'm going to get hit by this because I can't block on like immediately, or oh, that person is about to set up a sticky situation. I'm gonna backdash regardless, like whether it was pre-patch, post-patch. Like it's gonna my approach has not changed as a result of this backdash speed increase because I genuinely cannot feel it.
Yeah.
Um,
Honestly, I think
I didn't
that's
even
all that
feel
needs
like
to
he
be
needed
said.
it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those like buffs they gave him as like let's see what happens with it, because it's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't tick the meter too far.
Yeah, like 10% backdash speed. When's that gonna make
I
much of a
guess
difference? I don't
maybe
know.
one situation where it may have helped me a bit is shimmying.
Yeah,
Like that's probably the only time where it might be very subtly that I'm noticing it. That I know I'm for sure out of a throw range if I've like dashed into their face, but then I just backdash like at the 11th hour to make them think, oh crap, they're in my face. That's probably going to be a throw. Let me throw break, or
yeah.
or that he's just kind of standing there, and then but then it's that's probably like the one situation where I think maybe it has helped me without me like fully consciously realizing it. But other than that, genuinely, it's there.
Either of you guys got anything to say about these changes? I think they were pretty okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Darius fine. I think it's one of the scariest characters to fight when your back's to the corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous. He's got one of the best assists and apprehends. I think I think if you want to play him, I think he's fine. He's pretty good by himself.
Do you want to see?
I think he's going to be, throughout the game's lifespan, the most consistent high, just above mid tier kind of character. Like, he just mechanically fits the game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He was one of the first two characters we saw, I think. It was Echo and Darius, and it feels like the game was sort of built around how they play.
I think these changes, these buffs and stuff that they did to him were purely just because they were like, right, we're doing the early access big patch. Like everyone's getting touched in some way. Pause. They want
yeah.
so they're like, Darius doesn't need to get touched in any way. We don't really need to do anything with him, so we'll just give him just a little bit extra. That helps him with what he's looking to do anyway. I think he's just in like the perfect spot. Maybe Darius players will say, well, he should be able to do X, Y, Z or whatever, but
I genuinely don't think he needs anything more.
like he's in the perfect spot where he should be.
It does feel like the game is built around Darius. Is like, okay, this is what you consider the Ryu of 2XKO. It's Darius. Okay, you got buttons that are. I mean, actually, to be fair, his buttons are bigger than everyone else's. To be fair, so waiting for the day when there's like a proper Dal sim, something like that. Then that will be the day when they'll be like, okay, cool. There's characters with bigger buttons and there's characters with smaller buttons than Darius. I think other than that though, if you want to learn your first light, medium, heavy, Darius's one does it perfectly fine.
It's like he just has like clear win con of what you want to do with the character.
Yep.
What you want to do with Darius based teams. His combo routing you can either end to put bleed on. It's very easy for him to end with limit strike as well if you want to focus on more meter building aspect as well. He's like a safe, flexible pick that works with pretty much most characters.
There's one other thing actually I would mention is he has what I like to call my first knowledge check, which is anything to 5S1. Okay, like
Yeah.
by himself. That is okay. Like it's a parryable and on reaction even button. Okay, and that's that. And obviously, if you get it out, sweet overhead throw a mix up. But otherwise, at a higher level, you should be parrying it
Yeah.
every single time. If it's not in a true
Totally.
string, or if it's not done, and actually even if it's done in a surprising way, it's 28 frame startup. Like it's
Yes,
everyone, yeah, it's a
reaction.
my first knowledge check. So I think he's in a good spot. If they change any of that, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah.
It can
Yeah,
it can,
it
it can be laugh
doesn't-
with sadness and laugh with like a maniac. Like one of the, it's only going to be one of the two.
It just generally doesn't need anything. You can even see it in top level play, like K7 Super Noon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to do anything to the character.
I
Genuinely.
noticed you didn't say mystery in that one, and that's kind of rude.
I know, I know.
All
You know what? Maybe you should get K7 as the next guest.
We could.
Ah!
Probably. We could. You'd probably say something different about Darius.
Just get all the Darius players on as special guests, and that's it. Just on rotation.
You're third there, though. I can't actually think of any others. And it's like El Bardo and Robo Luigi, but you're definitely above
True.
them.
Above the, I didn't say nothing because
Pecking
they'll
order.
find you.
I'll glaze you.
Let's get into a character that is hotly debated
My
this
time.
patch. It
My time.
is his time
My
to be
life.
talked about. Did get
My
nerfs to
slime.
his assist. The hurtbox
How
on
you
Chrono
how you
Strike.
downplaying?
Oh, it did. I had no
Yeah.
idea.
How
Chrono
you
Strike-
how you down don't how you downplaying this character? We don't even
I
care
think
about what
nerfs for a
happened.
reason because they're
You
not
did say
actually nerfs,
nerfs
bro.
in a
You get
quote.
my time,
Yeah, they
time.
don't change
It's
anything.
good luck. Like
Literally doesn't change anything.
it doesn't change anything because it's so fast, right? He saw changes
Yeah,
to
that's the big
his
problem.
Chrono Strike assist, and I think the biggest change outside of that was Time Winder recovery, air
Is
Time Winder specifically.
the up toss down time winder. Which to be
Yes.
fair, you see a little bit less.
Yeah,
kind
I
of.
literally wrote in my notes like maybe it changes the game plan a bit more because you have to add an extra step to be able to do that Time Winder freely. But let's start with Lazarus in the middle. How you feel about the echo
Okay.
changes?
Say your slurs,
Oh, the
king.
changes? Yeah. I mean, like I said, the assist nerfs doesn't really matter. You're like, it's if the assist was like reactable for like 20 frames or something, and you could maybe like throw a normal out to stuff it out. Yeah, and like the hurt box being extended would actually beat it, but like you're not seeing it, pressing a button and stuffing it. That's just not how it works. Like, so I don't really know who this change is for. Like, I guess I go slightly less distance, but with 2x assist, it doesn't really matter because you can just call it twice, right? It doesn't really change how the assist works. I guess maybe if the first one whiffs, now you have a chance to press and react and stuff it out a little bit more consistently, which I guess that might happen. I haven't seen that happen at all yet, though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then, yeah, I mean, the mid-air time winner ones, whatever, I think it is a really obnoxious over centralizing tool. You're using it with an assist most of the time anyway, so it doesn't really having more recoveries, whatever. If you have a projectile bomb move, sweet. You might have not been worried about this move. If you didn't, you probably were struggling in the neutral. But I don't think it matters. I think I would prefer it have 4 less active frames than 4 less recovery frames. You know, I think that's the main issue is that it just occupies too much space on the screen where I can't do anything. Like this includes on obviously the forward S1 on top of with the JS1 is that the time winder is just there on the screen and like I can't, especially when I'm playing Warwick, like I literally can't press buttons because as soon as I press a button, I'm getting hit by it. So like you get so much free space to like play the game in a way that I can't. And again, it's a lot of these moves. It's great to change them and add more recovery, but ultimately it doesn't change their use case, which is like I said, usually either with assist to cover you or something in the back to be able to react with, like a handshake or something before you use them. But I mean, we're just talking about the changes. I don't think they really tackled anything that makes them strong, to be honest.
No.
Like they nerfed, like they mentioned there. Oh, so you can't combo off his forward throw because it was like a 1 frame link anyway before. So we just don't want people to do that. It's like, all right, is that really enough? Like, I guess to some people maybe, but
And then he just does it with
he's the best character
time.
in the game because he's got the best assists and he's extremely good at everything else. So I think that's not going to change unless they change his assists, unless they nerf his time winder super, I guess. Yeah, they have to do a lot to like make this character bad, which I doubt they'll do because they think this character is super cool. So they probably, yeah, I think he's going to stay pretty good.
Yes, he's the poster boy. You know, He is the poster boy of
Exactly.
2SKO. at this
He's-
point.
He's Sage
he's
Jam's
Luke.
favorite character, man.
He's Luke.
Why are you gonna
Yeah.
nerf Sage Jam's character?
Echo
Although you know
from
what's getting
streets.
shot, I saw Sage Jam tweet about the Timo double down thing. Yeah,
Oh,
goodbye
no.
Timo next patch.
R.I.P.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace, my
my
goat.
Yodels.
Jonesy, Echo changes, hot or not?
Not, just not, man. Like Laz is saying, they're hitting things that aren't the main issue, and Echo is probably going to be around for a long time unless they absolutely gutter the character, which I don't think they'll do for at least a season or two, to be honest. Because, like you said, he's the poster boy. He's on all the adverts, front and center.
Main
Like, they
character
had
of
him
the
as-
cinematic.
they had
absolutely
him-
love watching this guy. Like, you know,
They had him as
like,
the
he is
statue.
cool.
He's like the character in Arcane, pretty much.
No, he's not.
I
It's kind of
mean,
just Vine Jinx.
The last like 2 episodes, man.
Yeah.
to be fair, okay, yeah, last two
Maybe more so
episodes,
in
like
season
season
one,
He
I
two,
is
think.
a character in Arcane. That's true.
He is.
but he is kind of the hero at the end, though.
Yeah, exactly. He's a hero of Arcane, but like he's also just
So-
not important for half of it.
Which is fair. I think all we have to do is just give Dunk a round of applause because he was always going to pick Echo no matter what, and he's finally blessed with a
Picked
top tier
correctly.
character.
You know
Good
what?
job.
I'm picking him up now. It's time. You know, it's time to take a break.
Good job, man. You
E,
earned this.
changes. I know you didn't play Echo. You were talking about playing it the other day.
I dabble with him from every now and then, so I do have some Echo experience.
Mm.
But before all of that, I have been meaning to ask for the longest time, Dunk. Is that an Echo cricket bat behind you?
Correct. Yes.
That's what I mean. He is the #1 fan of Echo.
I also
Where?
have the necklace
has-
from Arcane.
Has a
Okay,
tattoo.
yeah, but it's just that I'm always whenever I see your screen, I just see Echo's
Where is
you,
it? I
you know
can't
pass
see it.
you know the
It's in the
The-
back
the-
there, right there.
yeah.
If Dunk got picked to do like
Kind of.
World Championship for 2SKO,
I was going
I-
to say cricket.
I have I have zero doubt in my mind that Dunk would happily do the com slot with an Echo cosplay.
My
Yes.
time.
Zero doubt in my mind.
I've dabbled with the idea in my head, and like, yeah, I just love the character.
Dreaming, you
I thought the character, like, I have insane hours on the character in League of Legends. Like, I one trick the character, so I was always gonna play it here. Yeah, the character's
cool.
fucking
It's really
cool as
awesome,
shit. Like, he's cool in League, he's cool here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. Like, it's the same reason why Happy Chaos is always gonna be top tier. I think it's Strive and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's cool.
Is that he's cool. People love watching him. They put way too much work into this character's animations and things like
But
that.
not
so
like
for
playing him,
not
but
to be-
spectating him.
The only
Yeah.
thing is, I do think the
So-
time winder change. Oh, there's something really loud happens outside my eyes. I do like feel the time winder changes. Like, if you throw a time winder like an idiot, a lot. Maybe it's because I'm
Yeah.
playing at a high level. But before it was like I threw a time winder like an idiot. I recovered before I hit the ground. Now I throw a time winder like an idiot. The entire way down, I'm just like, I can die here, and good players usually kill me for it. So I always have to set up my afterwards before that, right? Like, so yeah, it adds an extra layer of thought, but it's still the same tool it was. You just have like an extra step to work with. But I think that's not what people are playing the character for. They're playing it for the insane setup you get on Oki and the insane assist, right? So these changes just stop bad echoes, to be honest.
Yeah, like that's generally my feeling is that the Echoes that I beat, when facing Echo, they need to
Yeah, you don't beat
stay a little bit more grounded, be a bit more aggressive, rather than constantly relying on time winders, especially the air one, because I have noticed it is a lot easier to punish, but then obviously it's more taking away the brain deadness of Echo, like some of it at least, not all of it, some of it. But the other thing I've noticed in particular is I'm having a better time punishing people that are once again being brain dead with the mega time winder.
Yes,
And
yes, actually.
where there is a clear gap between the mega time winder when he hits it towards you and when he chucks up another time winder. Maybe he doesn't always, but certainly I've it's gotten to a point where I can I recognized there was a huge gap between it before the huge gap. There was a small gap before the patch. Post patch, it's even easier to run up parry and you do need to watch out if they are going to be doing 2H to hit it back.
I'm so glad you mentioned that because the Mega Time Winder changes are really big, especially when you're in the corner. Like Echoes would
That
do
too,
Chrono Strike, and then Time Winder. Like before, it was like we're guessing together. Now it's like it's definitely your turn to press. And
Yeah, I'm always pressing 5L straight after.
So I think that was a big change as well. I think, like Jonesy was saying earlier, to really have like impactful changes, they'd have to gut the character, and I don't think they'd do that.
To be fair, going from the last Alpha Lab, like they made a lot of changes to the system mechanics.
Yeah.
Specifically to deal with
insane.
Echo. Well, I guess not specifically Echo, but certainly there's a lot of. But Echo got hit the hardest, where Echo before used to have hard knockdowns. You couldn't tech in any direction,
So crazy.
and then you were forced to hold the
Literal
left right overhead low mix plus assist. You know the full works. They even got rid of because there used to be limit strikes. Was different in Alpha Lab 2, where certain limit strikes would give you that hard knockdown again. But then once again, all those that got removed. Where now there's the only hard knockdowns are from forward throw and level 3s.
Yeah.
So they could just do stuff with the system mechanics again. I don't know what exactly, but and I think if there was one thing that it would do is increase the active frames or make bigger hitbox from on the wake up attack. That I think is more likely to happen. And that's kind of to deal with the Echo Burrito Oki, because that like it's forcing you to just do neutral wake up. It's same as what we are saying about Ares. You just do you just hold that, and it's just so obvious that they're just going to do the same thing over and over again. Of course, if it's I know it's hard to do, but if you're up against a good player, you're forced to just do that one neutral wake up and hold the mix.
And actually, as well, I think they could probably look at changing I'm saying this as an Echo player, but like the invulnerability, which me and Laz found over the weekend, the invulnerability on his roll, uncharged roll, by the way,
man.
which is like,
it's just invuln.
I think it's a little bit egregious to
the
have
only
a
other move
move
that's invuln.
that just goes through everything without any real like consequence.
I haven't really seen people use it either, but like
people just kind of use it just a sandwich, really.
I've seen it when
Not
people are running in and they recognize a projectile or something big is in the way, and then they'll do roll, like for the classic Jinx assist is coming, just roll through it. Or if the Jinx is doing the minigun into the bazooka, just roll. Like I've seen Echo do that. But basically, what I want for Echo players, when I face Echo, I want to make sure that the person I'm facing is using their brain.
Yeah.
Like I don't want them to be just going through the motions. It's the same thing that doing over and over again. Okay, like they don't feel threatened against me, because all they have is once they've got the opening on me, then they can just do the exact same thing to me as they do to every other player. Like I don't want that. Like I want them to be thinking, oh shit, E is going to do something stupid, like absolutely bonkers on wake up. Okay, and I got to be ready for this. Which might like I want there to be options for the person on defense when they are on wake up or when they get knocked down. Whereas if you look at almost every other character, Ari Timo, then like you can do more than one thing on wake up.
Yeah,
and it's a legit choice. Whereas with Echo, you're given one legit choice, and that's neutral wake up.
Well, neutral wake up, and then you have to parry as well. You must. Like, it's a non-negotiable, because when the Time Winder hits, because it hits you like just before if you block it, basically it's like a tick throw set, which is really annoying to deal with. So the character is still top one. I'm not going to downplay the character at all. Character's still top one, absolutely. I just think you have to use your brain a bit more in neutral when the character's on point.
Oh, and please fix the 2x assists. My time. Oh,
okay, man. My time is a skill issue. Okay,
they
just
do
carry
need
the
to talk about
assist.
Chrono Strike.
Carry
I don't know.
the assist,
Maybe
man.
you literally, it's a true block string, bro.
What can you even?
What do you want from me?
I guess just the startup, right, is the only thing you can do.
You have to like
Yeah.
listen for when the assist sound happens and then try to
You
parry it.
can
No,
if that's
you-
the only
you-
thing
Exactly.
that is on
You
the
have
screen.
to.
But
You have
it's
to
not.
go on Amazon, search glass ball, okay, and just like fucking just peer into it, and then you'll know when it's gonna come out. Like that's all you can do. Okay, just read into the future, knowing that they're gonna press it at this moment. That's
know-
all you can do.
C4 would love this,
This
right?
is 2x assists in general. Okay.
I was gonna say C4 would love
Go, go,
this.
go.
I think my time would be less good if you could dash block more effectively.
Oh, yeah. Don't. Yeah. I think that is a big thing. It's not even just
That would be
my
it.
time. It's just my time. Like any fast assist shuts down like you wanting to approach. That's why up back assist is so
Yeah.
good because it's just too risky to dash block because by the time the assist is coming out, you're hard pressed to react and block in time because there's such a big vulnerability after you're dashing forward. So like it's so risky to approach on the grounds and especially against the fastest. If they want to keep the assist being so fast, I feel like there's no reason why the dash block should be as bad as it is.
Yeah.
I think there's no reason why it shouldn't be frame one. You know?
Yeah.
I can't think of a reason.
And the other thing I would like for that assist is to have a lower hitbox, because so many times it's anti-airing me. Why is that assist anti-airing me?
Only that and his 5M. His 5M should not be anti-airing people. But it does it regularly, and I'm
That's a
using that.
Very strong 5M
Yeah.
as well.
So I don't know. I could easily like just blurt out. Here's more changes they should do. This, that, the
Yeah.
other. Let's just wait and see what do the Riot Gods have for us.
I hope they shoot him in the kneecap, so I'm playing a character and feel individual. Anyway, next character is Alawi. The notes for her are 1 frame on her 2M, lol.
Alright,
Anyone
so
have
next character.
anything to say? Because there's nothing going on with this character.
There's nothing.
See now, if
literally
you
nothing.
if you mentioned C4, and if C4 was on this, oh my days, you would just farm clips just off
I
that
think it's
2H
a
change.
good nerf.
Yeah. I love that they said why they did it as well. It's like, we changed her 2M because it was the same frames as her 5M, and we want to give you a reason to use one or the other.
Well,
Which
yeah,
is
I think
one frame.
that
everyone's
one's
2M is on 11
standardizing.
frames, right?
It's
So,
the
yeah.
it's the charge 2H one that has like C4 heap ski.
Oh,
Maybe
Yeah.
Alawi heads
yeah.
quite ticked.
I can't lie to you, just
That's
adapted
a
it.
bug.
It's just a combo routing. Like honestly, it's not like you wouldn't use it in any other situation other than combo routing. Like it's and the more personally, I think they should have kept it as it was because you get more interesting combo routes. But also, in
It's
the
really
grand
a bug fix.
in the grand scheme of things, it genuinely doesn't make a difference
Yeah.
because you're doing it in the corner anyway, and you can. It's not a combo ender, so
Exactly.
Character's kind of similar to Darius now, I think, as well.
No.
Um,
No,
yeah,
I would
no.
not say
Nah.
that. No, this character is
think-
demonic.
No. it's
Like, I think
Nah,
we'll
man.
get onto this when we talk about competitive, but I think Alawi is like good, but also not that good. She's mid-high.
I think
So Darius.
she had a very easy win condition, so we saw her a lot very early on, and now everyone's optimized all their other Okies that Alawi doesn't seem as oppressive.
Exactly,
People
but
have
like-
got found answers to the wrath.
I think that's the distinction between her and Darius. She has set play. Like, Darius doesn't have set play. It's all what you choose to do with the character. I guess he has a frame kill for a meaty, but like apart from that, like,
But
what's he doing on
the
Oki?
set play, but the set play is a win con though.
No,
like,
I
her
don't
goal-
think you don't need to do it to
her-
win with her. Like,
no. I mean, more and more people are finding that you can do really strong set play without spending the bar, or you just do the
Yeah.
damaging super and you still
Or-
have really
You
good
do get a single
Yeah, that's
tentacle.
also
I
true.
think
You
the
get a
main goal is
meaty
just
tentacle.
to have a tentacle out when you're stuck in the corner, whether it be from the super or
Yep.
from whatever else. That is what she wants to do.
and I think for Alawi, what she's really looking for, C4 said this quite a bit, like, just an ability to get a tentacle out in neutral. Because she is slow as fuck. She's slow as shit. And like all of her options to move forwards are quite committal. So like giving her a way to say, okay, opponent, stop running away from me because now I'm setting up like something that is dangerous in the neutral, and if I get a block on you, would like go a long way with her. But we'll talk about her strength later. I think apart from that, the changes they mean fuck all.
Is that not similar to kind of we talk about how characters have translated to League, but is that not just how Ilawi's like in League? Like she has to commit to a skill shot to get her tentacles going though.
Yeah, the only way for her to get like skill like tentacles
really.
out for no reason is a
Tentacles
whole.
always there.
Like apart from that, she has to hit something to get tentacles.
She has to
so
hit something. Yeah.
makes sense.
Those tentacles just spawn over time. What do you mean?
They spawn in the lane, but only after you hit with E, right?
No,
It's
no, they're just there.
E.
They just spawn as long as you're in the lane after a while.
Oh,
And you just
okay.
press W and then they auto attack them.
Okay, so let Lowy spawn random fucking.
I don't know, like
tentacles
she
on
really
stage.
can like
Nah,
touch
man,
to receive for the tentacles.
Nah, because
like, I
Alawi
don't
will
know.
throw her thing up and suddenly I'm getting slapped behind the back by a tentacle that just spawned from the like.
Off
I'm not,
screen.
I'm not trying to deal with no
Counter.
crazy stuff.
Hidden mix. All right, let's talk about Jinx. What have I got in notes for this? No more air rocket
My baby got
mid
shot.
screen. Oh, off a throw, reduced damage on super, and I actually have here the biggest loser of this patch. And I think after things have played out, that could be correct, Jonesy. I know you were playing Jinx.
Yeah, I think you combine the super nerf with the double down stuff, kind of makes some ways of her ending with double super kind of bad. I think people are now starting to come around to what Jinx wants to do in terms of like high lows and all that stuff. People are kind of dealing with free H a little bit better compared to week one type shit. But yeah, there's just like a lot of nerfs
shit.
just went her way.
Yeah,
She took the brunt of the nerfs.
she was Braum all along.
Well, from what I heard, I mean, supposedly this was Apology Man's main team was Jinx Echo, and so he must have just been cooking everyone too freaking hard on the developing side of it, because like, yeah, they just nerfed this character. I mean, obviously Super Tag had to go. I think she was good. She's really annoying to play against, but I don't think she was that scary. I guess her like running M was annoying. Like the first hit being a low is kind of evil. Or running H, whatever move that is.
Yeah.
And she's just like it feels bad character where if you just sometimes get hit by a straight hit, you can just die. But she has way too many like too much counterplay, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of other characters, she has way too much counterplay.
And like Timo dropped it, it's like if you're playing Jinx, what reason are you playing Jinx over Timo?
Because you can't do combos. That is literally the only reason.
Timo
Or
exists.
you like Jinx? Maybe that's your waifu or
True.
something. I don't know.
Like,
That's literally the only reason. If you like the character itself, you're willing to put yourself through that.
Or you play
But-
both.
there are some sick fucks out
Who's
there
doing
like that.
There's
There is someone
playing
doing that.
That
Who
is-
was it?
Broski. Yeah, Broski's. That's
Yeah.
Broski's team.
I played Broski today, and it was just like, okay, bro, like I get you. What does it mean? Don't come here and fucking fight, you know? Like, let's tussle. But yeah, anything of note on this one?
I've noticed a lot less Jinx players.
Yes.
They've all moved on to
That
Timo.
is something that I've really noticed in particular. Like, she's not entering that top 8 as frequently. I think literally the only ones that and the people that were playing Jinx are all moving over to Echo Yasuo freestyle.
Greener
like,
pastures.
Unless you're
I'm
Mystic.
saying- unless you're Mystic. Mystic refuses.
Please, Mystic, please.
Which is
I
fine.
think Mystic
'cause,
is
like,
playing the worst top team in the game.
I mean, even Mystic is still kind of just deciding what kind of character to pair with, what character to pair with Jinx.
Jinx, yeah.
So, however, I do think Jinx is. I mean, the player I lost to, Opal, is running Echo Jinx,
Yes.
and there's so she still has a really strong game plan of frustrating you with the projectiles, but you throw in my time, there's an Echo right in your face. But this is something where I would like a system mechanic change where I would like to be able to do a button into it and then cancel into parry as an option. Because at the minute I have to either decide, do I try and interrupt the echo that whiffed his assist, but then it's a projectile coming to hit me, so I take damage? Or do I go after the Jinx and then they handshake into echo? Like, it's
It's
right.
catch 22.
It's a
Lose.
catch 22, and there's no winning around it because I say that and then I reflected on myself after. It's like, oh wait, Ilawi's success one also can break through projectiles, so should have considered that as an option as well. But I think that's the thing is right now there's not really not many not much counterplay to projectile games unless you're Yasuo.
And I think the
Or
situation you
Vi.
were cooking up in your head,
Oh yeah,
It's
Vi as
just-
well. Yeah.
the situation you
I
cooked up in your head is just
Well.
something that Timo just does better.
Yeah.
Like with Slingshot, like
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is what I'm looking at doing. Timo Darius 2x assist, or I just do the exact same thing to what I lost to,
Yeah.
but I make it my own.
I will not be playing you.
Evil.
Uh,
Yeah, I
On
think it's just,
to the
it's
next
unlucky
character.
timing.
it's Vi.
It's my beef.
I'm gonna be honest. I played Vi from the start. None of this matters.
Nothing burger changes.
The only
Actually, no.
change, the only
No,
change
the
that matters
command grab
is the
one's
throw
actually
one.
bad.
Yeah.
The command grab one is actually bad because in the corner, it used to keep you still in the corner.
Yes,
Now it throws
Oh,
you
it's
out of the
that's up now.
corner.
but you just go back.
You
jump
just do
over.
the
Right.
you do either a jump or you just do the command dash through.
Like, oh, okay, I forgot you can command dash, but like, it's just all of my changes were just bugs.
And they were like,
the
they
main
were like,
one was
oh,
happy birthday.
No,
Like,
I mean, didn't they just make it so they actually rewarded you for doing electrics?
no,
it's
they
not that much.
didn't.
It's that so. Jad's labbed it at Evo France on his laptop in our hotel room, and the damage difference is barely anything. It was like 20
20
20-ish, maybe less than 20-ish altogether. And it's the
okay.
case, and then it's like in tournament, obviously the top players are probably like, well, we'll just do the electrics because we're perfectly
Yeah, so it's the
consistent.
optimal.
Yeah.
Goats.
But like, do you trust the setup? Do you trust yourself to always do the optimals at the highest, like most tense moment? Or do I just do bush?
The only
Bush.
reason to
Brakes.
not do
Hit the
that
brakes.
is so that you can keep your ground bounce for like future taggings. So like, you
Yeah,
know when
there
you
are
tag back in and you do charge
routing
air
stuff.
S1,
Yeah, some combos you need it.
sometimes you need it, but like apart from that, I think they really need to like give very good reason for Vi to even do the electrics. Otherwise, it's just like what's like 20 extra damage isn't worth potentially dropping it.
Wasn't it in like, I didn't play the Alpha 2, but I remember hearing her damage was like ridiculous.
Well, she was only
Evo.
playable at Evo.
Oh, the Evo build. Sorry, yeah.
she wasn't even playable in Alpha
Yeah,
too.
sorry, my fault. Yeah, the Evo build, like her damage
So
was like
it's hard-
ridiculous or something.
Oh yeah. Like I could when you watch like a lot of the footage, like people obviously jumping onto the setup that are playing Vi for the first time. They've been watching other people. Maybe they got secret access for a little while, but it's honestly like not that long. Only a few hours, isn't it? But
Access.
whatever bread and butter as they were coming up with, okay, they were practically killing. Especially if you do double down, you just do a second super.
Yeah, so you
What
can't
do you
like all in on just electric damage because there are routes where you do like the 5 electrics and all that stuff in the corner, which to be fair do a fair amount of damage. I'm not gonna like downplay.
I mean, I think she
her
really does lots of
damage.
damage. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think you can make the electrics do more damage.
you can't it's just a case of differentiating between doing them or not.
Yeah.
Is what like the vibe.
I would nerf
trying to
her.
say.
I mean, that's what they did here. Right? Basically, they nerfed the non-electric routes essentially.
Yeah.
They just need to nerf them more. Honestly,
Damn, don't do that. I can't do the electrics.
no, they
please do.
need to
Give you more incentive.
Still already hurts.
Right.
Nah,
Last.
I think
character like
yeah,
she's just
go on.
like
She's
she's
just
just
the
in
same.
she's just in the fine. She's in
She's
a
the
good
same.
spot.
Yep.
She's one
I
of
think
them
Really
characters where if you lose
She's
to
got one of
them,
the best moves in the game.
Good
if
spot.
you lose to a Vi, she kind of outplayed you.
That's one.
I'll be honest. Like,
Yeah.
Thanks for making me feel good.
I think-
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I got outplayed by
Me when I
13
hit
frame full screen normal. That
me when I hit
full
S-
screen, you can
everything.
backdash and punish it. Good players do it to
it
me.
can be full screen.
me when I hit S1 in neutral and it hits and I feel good about it.
Me when I do S1 delay into involve super.
Delete. Yeah, boy.
Yeah,
Outplayed,
boy.
sucker.
Does not need to be seen.
Oh,
That
but
does
yeah,
not need to be
Vi's in a
evil,
good
man.
spot
That's
anyway.
So evil, bro.
I think the changes for Vi are mainly just like,
I would like to see her
Feel
S1
good.
nerfed, and then maybe somebody
they're
else
what
can
the
just-
get
fuck
both.
is
But
wrong with
like,
you?
I think they're kind of
That
just
S1
similar.
is so
I think
evil,
I think
bro.
it's similar to Darius changes, where it's like we're nerfing, we're making tweaks to her for the sake of making tweaks
Yeah.
in this patch.
Actually, no. There
Is
were
what
there
I-
was some for consistency. Like the big
Oh,
one for
yeah,
me
yeah.
was the level 1, where if you were doing a happy birthday, or level 3, sorry, where if you were doing a happy birthday and you did it to both
Oh,
characters,
yeah.
one of
Oh,
them was just
bro.
like, I'm not here no
That
more.
was funny.
Literally, it cost me a sec.
That
It's
was
like you
funny.
bagging. That cost me points, man. Bro, I did level 3. It went
That's
into the
crazy.
animation of it, but didn't hit either character, and the screen just stayed blue for the rest of the set. I had a blue filter on, forced for the rest of the set.
I think Void felt that the most. It happened to him like twice in 2 days,
Bro.
and he was like, "Yeah, I'm dropping the character. I'm done with it. Like, there's no reason to do it." But apart from that,
Hey, you could be playing Yasuo, and then sometimes your level 3 doesn't hit. It depends what the game thinks is the last character you hit.
it sounds like
It's
you're
50-50.
crying for no reason because your character's perfect.
I'm saying they still haven't fixed that bug, and they haven't. I don't think they even acknowledged it, man.
I do have a question about Vi, as
Yeah.
more to you, Dunk, since I think you're the only one playing Vi still.
Not play it that
Are you
much.
still playing as well, Jonesy? Well, but basically, right, when
Vitino,
there's
let's go.
when there's a when you're trying to do like a random confirm, but the opponent's in the air, do you find that you can actually pick up fine? Because that's what I found with Vi when I was playing her. I was like, oh,
No.
if there's like, I don't know, some random stray air to air, and I try and pick up, they'll just randomly fall out. Like, did they? Because I know that the changes they said was like, we've squished up the hitbox, so it looks like a nerf on paper.
Yeah,
It's
the
actually a buff.
5HH is.
But
like
I don't think
taller.
but it looks like all the buys are still dropping the exact same bits I was dropping.
the big
on the random
problem
confirms.
I used to have was 2H just not hitting the right way, which happens less. But also I think with
it's
time,
naturally a bad 2H.
yeah, it's very strange. But with time, I think Vi's have kind of like learned how to stabilize their combos. Like, oh, I know if I do HH and then S1 at the right height, the combo will start
I can
becoming
get-
normal again.
Yeah.
You know, so I think yeah, the changes helped, but also like just playing with her a bit more kind of helps get those stray hits into real confirms.
Yeah, I had skill issues, so I just dropped the character for
That's fair.
for Darius again.
At least you understood. At least you
Respect.
understood. I should pick up Darius again, since I clearly can't play the character. This last one, I'm not sure if I should leave it to you, lads. Because if I give it to
Okay.
you, you're gonna say they shot the character, he's dead. The
Speak
Yasuo is
yourselves.
not worth playing.
Well, they shot him. The thing is, they nerfed everything that I was doing with this character. I'm not even kidding. They nerfed everything apart from the like super long
Should've
assist
ended.
combos of the JH, the J2H. Yeah, like the custom, like the first notes, the custom hitboxes on his jabs. His 2L, I was anti-ing people with dash under 2L because that was way better than trying to bank on your 2H, because your 2H is, everyone's 2H is like a little bit unreliable because of just how jumps work. They literally made it so you can't low profile under attacks anymore with his 2L, so that doesn't work anymore. They messed up. They changed the JS1 and the JS2. Now it's super minus like 17 or 16 or something rather than +2.
Good.
It just feels like everything like was nerfed, man. For me personally, the S1 obviously getting way more recovery was like a super crutch in neutral. I think they nerfed Yasuo in a way that I don't like, because they just put I would rather they just made the J2H a mid, and then just let him keep him having a good neutral. Like, he has a sword, that's kind of what he's doing, right? Have him be a special EB, like a strong neutral. I mean, he's got terrible walk speed, he's got great dash speeds, but that's a bit dangerous when there's not very much dash blocking in the game. Yeah, I feel like all the changes were good. They were good nerfs, but they were just not in a direction that I would have liked. Like, right now, he's just the best on the team because he just has the easiest ways to open people up. He has literally the best moves to open people up. So that's why people are playing him. They're not playing him because he has a long sword and he presses S1. They're playing him because he has a very less high damage now after today or tomorrow, I think it is, where they're nerfing his damage scaling again, or fixing it. But it just feels like, yeah, they just really want him to just be able to J2H and open people up. And I was like, I kind of just wanted to press S1 in neutral. That's why I like the character, because I could snipe assists with it, pretty, non-committal. So he felt really anti-meta, which was really nice. Like he had really good options versus double assist teams. Again, like being able to dash under 2L is really good to be able to anti-air and like not worry about getting hit by, not worry about whiffing a 2H and then getting hit by an assist.
Can we just say that again for like the clip? Anti-air 2L.
Bro, this isn't new, bro. This is like an SNK special, right? You dash under. All the cross ups in their game are fairly small, unless they have a specific cross up button. Not everyone does. The people with the cross up buttons that wouldn't really work against. But yeah, I thought it was you trying to press your jump in too early. Like, okay, I can 2L it. Like,
You're a sick
it was just more
fuck.
reliable than the 2H, because the 2Hs can sometimes whiff, even Yasuo's, right? And it's just really, really big on whiff. So against like a character like Ari, it's always scary. But no, I think it's sad that they went down the route of like, we don't want him to have a good neutral or like have a worse neutral. It's still good, obviously. But we'll let him 50-50 you on every touch. Like,
Yeah.
I think they're not great adjustments. I think his J2H will become a mid at some point, and then he'll get rebuffed at some point. But for now, I think they're probably just gonna nerf him, and hope people will stop complaining about him.
I think after seeing a lot of people freestyle do like charge 5H with someone else into J2H, it kind of in my head that like, okay, they want J2H to be the fuzzy option, because otherwise they wouldn't have a full stand in the game.
They wouldn't. There's no other button that. What other button could he even do?
Teemo, but he's
some
new.
people can do rising JLs on people, but it's
just
harder
purely,
to
just
convert.
purely
Yasuo
Yasuo, Yasuo in that situation.
It's because he can do it. He can, when he sets it up, he can actually like combo off of it solo. Now Timo can as well. He can do it off his instant overheads. But generally, most characters have to do a little bit of work with like an assist call, or maybe they have a button that they have to press to go with it. That's right. Have some kind of thing stuck out to go with it.
I mean, not everyone needs the fuzzy. That's the other thing as
No,
well.
obviously, absolutely not.
True. Yeah.
It's more that
I think
Yasuo has crazy mix on top of having, as in going both left and right and high and low.
Yeah. And then also has...
That's the thing. He overloads you, because if it's more than just a 50-50, a lot of the time people will just do the cross up slash because, hey, you're not going to be ready because, and also obviously being in that forced stand, you lose all your defensive options. You can't push block. You can't retreat and guard. So like you literally have to hold it. And guess what? Like Yasuo's going to be the best at opening you up when you have to hold it.
The plus 1,000 frames.
Yeah. And
my biggest gripe with this character is that his mix, there is on when you're on defense, it's you can't turn it back into your turn so easily. Like, and it's just unreact. But generally, for a lot of the left rights, it's still Yasuo that can do. It's still Yasuo's turn. He can still do something to put it back to neutral. So it's not actually. So
I'm assuming you mean the cross up like JS1. He just backdashes it.
That one, that one. I know you can do medium with certain characters.
Yeah, pretty much every character can just press a heavy, but no one does.
Charge Success One. Charge Success One is one example.
That one's a bit harder, yeah, true.
Yeah.
But that one's slower, so it's like easy to parry, or like should be, right?
Yeah. And then, or even like even if you block a 5S1, and then it's like, okay, all the options that follow after it are still a guess. Like, as in on defense, you can't. There's nothing that person on defense can do. That's like, oh, I'm gonna react to them doing something with a parry, unless they do the most obvious charge S1. That's jump JS1. That's the only time that you can parry. Otherwise, everything is very safe and very unreactable. Like you're actually just having to guess at every moment. This is part of the reason why I'm
safe, but like it's like, if, for example, if he does S1 and he dashes forward or does anything like that, he is like -20. Like he is so minus when he does that. So he's like giga stealing turns. There's obviously people worried about his follow ups, but
That's the thing,
it's
is that he could
because
choose.
he does so much, because he can
But-
do so much. I think because he gets to play on the mental stack of it, right?
Yeah.
what can he do? Because
He could-
if you just hold up back after blocking a 5s1, there's other than doing a delayed like stance, like
Anti-air.
and he tries to react to your jump with the 2H follow up. There's nothing that's stopping you jumping back and calling an assist.
Well, you can do. Yeah, you can. You can do stance into heavy. The full screen
No.
slash, and
It
then
whiffs.
no, not punish. This is not punish. This is to keep him in block.
No,
I know.
no. If you block the S1 and then he does stance H,
Mhm.
you can jump over it.
Yeah, that you said jump.
No, it
You said
doesn't
jump back
jail.
though. You said jump back. You go.
Yeah, I mean you can jump forward as well. Like these are all options.
I
Like,
could jump forwards.
I feel like
You could.
I jump
I feel
forward,
like when
but-
I block Yasuo, maybe it's because I've played him. I'm not nearly as scared as when I'm blocking a character like Darius. for
Honestly,
example.
I'm more concerned about his neutral. Because Galeblade Call Assist is the most cheesy, silly neutral I've ever seen.
That is a bit.
Yeah. That one
Is
is.
it is that Galeblade's problem or is that the assist problem? That's the
No,
question.
it's Galeblade because Galeblade crosses up.
Because it's now, like, it's a 50-50 that you don't even know what you're doing with it. Like, it's just, this assist will either make you block or hit you.
How do you change that though?
You-
Make it.
Yeah.
First of all, don't make it cross up.
Would you just?
Well, that'll be a
But
good starting
it's-
point.
I-
Like, why
yeah, but
am I
it's-
having to guess
it's-
between you, the Yasuo doing jump M or Galeblade? Like,
Mm.
It's really...
I just meant purely like from like neutral,
I mean-
like round start or something. But again, it still crosses up from like round start scenario.
that's the perfect range
Yeah,
for
yeah.
it. It crosses
Yeah.
up.
But like, you just got it so
And-
the Gale Blade like goes, eh.
I think
Yeah,
it
how
should.
would you like?
I
how
would
that
say
work?
have it hit technically make it hit earlier so it can't cross up and don't have a lingering hitbox either, because there are so many times where it's like, oh, he whiffed it, I jump, let me go jump throw to punish. Ah, shit, I
It
got
has
clipped
tons
by
of
it.
active frames. Yeah, it's
Well,
pretty evil.
why is it so active? I mean, I get it for the
Maybe
purposes
that's
of
the-
combos, but like when it's in the when he's already doing the combo and you want it, you need those active frames in order for it to clean
To
up the
do the-
combo route,
the whoosh,
and
whoosh,
to,
whoosh.
especially because J2H could hit with time.
Reggaeton.
But
Yeah, I don't think they really. I mean, it's not intended to be used as a neutral tool, but unfortunately, it's a tag fighter,
it's
so
such a good
Yeah,
neutral
it
tool.
will.
it can be used like because obviously, if he does it on whiff, it's -1,000,000. If he does it on block, it's basically -1,000,000, unless he does the follow ups, which are now also -1,000,000. But like.
And a
It's the fact
handshake
you can call an
tag
assist behind
fighter.
it. So
Yeah.
maybe just put in like a restriction. Maybe you can't call an assist at it. I don't know, something like that, right? I don't know.
I don't know how you
Fine,
fix it. It's just
have
very
it-
annoying.
It's-
Yeah, I think the fact that it does randomly cross up sometimes is pretty evil. Like when they nerfed it, to be honest, when they made it minus on block, I was like, not many people blocking this because it's fucking hitting them in neutral while they're holding back. Like, you
Yep.
know,
Yeah.
it's like it's an
Right.
evil move.
And I think we're done with the character portion of the patches. There were some general changes that we can go over very quickly. The break changes. Sorry, I'm getting messages and I don't know how to turn off the sound for it, so apologies to anyone listening. There were changes to system mechanics. I believe they changed meter. They changed meter gain,
Yeah,
so
it's
the
like
longer
less
your
meter.
combo is, the less meter you gain. Which, to be fair, we're actually seeing the effects of. They changed break for people like Laz. So Jug obviously doesn't get Fury at the start of every round. The frame advantage changed. Assist change for 2x, which is the increased cooldown. And then double down got a change as well.
the double super scaling.
Yeah, double
Yeah.
super scaling, and also puts it on cooldown or increases the cooldown after using it. But I really wanted to talk about double down and 2x. and whether those changes. Because honestly, Jug and Sidekick, I really don't care about. You might care about, lads. You can talk about it if you want. But Double Down and 2X, have they been brought into line with everything else, or are they?
I will just
Play,
say, all right,
play
quick
some
note on Jug.
play some sad music and let Laz speak
Yeah,
about
quick
Jug,
note
man.
on Jug.
Put
yeah,
the
put that
violin
shit
on, bro. I got you, Laz.
It's like the funny part is the actual bullet point that they highlight being the nerf isn't even the bad part. It's the literal note at the bottom, which it shouldn't even, it should just be the context to the nerf on the top, but it's not. That's
The reset.
actually the main nerf. The main nerf is that it doesn't refresh at all. If it just started at 75%, but it refreshed at 75% every time, it may be a slightly different story. But the fact that they didn't even bother as highlighting it is like, yeah, this is actually the big nerf. That's when I was like, yeah, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck, man. I'm like, I don't know if they nerfed it for whatever reason. I don't know if they were watching me win games and were like, that
They
shouldn't
saw
be
you at
happening.
UFA and said, "We cannot let this run. We need this man on the mic."
Yeah.
Not in the
You
States."
should have not played at UFA for
Yeah,
the
that
sake
was-
of
that was all your fault.
yourself.
That was my bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I mean, I knew it was I literally tweeted, this will be the first thing like heavily nerfed in this game.
Mhm.
And lo and behold, if anything, I feel vindicated because I said that and everyone was like, yeah, sure, little bro.
You now have the power to do whatever you want in patches, though. You could
so I was
upplay
like,
whatever you want and that'll get nerfed, man. It's
Mhm.
your time.
I
My
think,
time,
it was
my time,
wild
man.
that, like, when you look at top 8s in closed beta, there was only one person getting top 8 with Juggernaut, and that was Laz. And he solo alone made it so then there was this fuse.
got
This whole
clapped.
fuse got nerfed.
literally removed. I knew
Like,
it would. Like,
there was
it was very
no other-
toxic. Like, the way I was winning shouldn't have been happening.
There's no other, like, in terms of bracket, like he's saying, top player.
Yeah, like when you look at the spread of fuses, like even when you look at ranked, like people doing
was
ranked
still just
breakdowns,
I think I was the only one.
there was
No,
there
there
was
were
literally
two or
just
three.
like
There were 2 or 3.
I think
Full metal,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Full Metal and
Oh,
Laz were the
yeah,
only ones I'm
true.
seeing that were
C4's
hitting
it.
Challenger.
Jads was also doing it for a bit.
Yeah, like on
he
week of
did.
launch.
Yeah, he
Vi.
did Vi Jug
Yep.
at
Yeah, for a bit.
one
But
offline as well.
and then he decided to switch over to well,
And he was like,
Yasuo.
why am I dropping Yasuo? What am I doing?
Yeah.
I think that
Play the
was it.
soundboard.
and
But I think
then,
the thing is, I think it only worked as because it was for one Yasuo who could function by himself. Like, I think he's a very self-sufficient character, and then Juggernaut was just like super emphasizing that basically, and it was just, well, I can open you up by myself. If I open you up, you're probably dead. I have many chances to do that. Obviously, the extra plus frames on burst as well helps you lock people down. That's where I was winning a lot. I'd literally burst people full screen. I'd dash up. The S1 would hit their pre-jump frames, and then I'd
Yeah,
kill them for
that's-
it. And I was
that
like,
was- that's
that was pretty
ridiculous.
evil. Like, they literally bursted full screen, and I could jail them to the ground. Yeah, I get it. You know, I'm very sad because I genuinely, that's just how I wanted to play the game. And honestly, I can't play the game that way anymore. And I've had to reevaluate. I tried playing this like
Good.
Warwick Jinx sidekick shit, and it's okay, I guess. I don't think it's very good. After playing around with it for a while, but now I'm like, okay, I have to play a team, but there's not really 2 characters I want to play. So like, it would be Yasuo Warwick, but that team doesn't really work, I don't think, that well. So like, and also I don't like all the Yasuo nerfs. So I'm like, it's Warwick plus someone else, and I'm like, well, let me just pick a top tier. But then I'm like, the top tier is probably getting nerfed in like a month, so it's been a hard decision, you know.
I don't. I could see. I think I've run into some Yasuo Warwicks, and like they were doing basically that Teemo thing with double down, where you just keep doing the limit strike over and over again, for big damage. But other than that, like I'm not. Yeah, I hear you on. They're not. It's a Yasuo team more than a
Yeah,
than
I
a
wanna
Warwick
play
team.
like a
Like
Warwick team,
it's
yeah.
not building bloodlust.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we talked about
That's
the
it.
shit
That's it.
fuses.
Now
Rip
now
in
we
peace.
can
Okay,
talk
No,
about the
no
actual
salute, no
fuses.
salute
Never
for
seen
that
again.
fuse.
No, it should have just been the 75% thing with, and it resets. But
That would have been a good enough nerf. 'Cause
I think
missed
that would've
the.
been
I mean,
fine.
again, I missed the double push block. The double push block was a really interesting counter pick. Now, because it doesn't refresh, you basically have to choose either you have a push block or you have a burst. You can't get both
it
anymore.
sucks. Alright, the actual fuses that get played. It's time, Dunk.
Yes, double down. Losing
Game
scaling.
forever
I
lose.
can't believe we gave Juggernaut that much time. Double down got more
Sorry, I was gonna be
scaling.
quick.
and
Doesn't matter.
got the cooldown activated on super, I
Doesn't matter.
genuinely think this
Should
means
grab a drink.
fuck
It'll be
all.
like a minute.
Yeah, no
Doesn't
problem.
matter.
It does not matter
Does
at all.
nothing. Does nothing.
It does absolutely nothing because they're just doing supers. Like the minimum damage is still going to be insane. Like some can combo from it. In fact, I think we see more double down because Teemo's out now. Like
Yeah.
and super
well,
tag
I
is
think
still just really good.
people have fallen off Jinx. Is what I mean. At the end of the day, most people playing double down were using them with Jinx or like
Vi Blitz was the Vi Jinx. That was the
There
only
was-
other one.
Illaoi Blitz as well.
Blitz
Yeah.
as well.
There's a handful of Illaoi ones as well. But even a lot of people are just falling off that one. So then Teemo came out. It's just like, well, double down's
We're
back on the
back.
menu, guys.
I think this fuse needs to have its identity narrowed
It hasn't,
down
right?
on. Because like initially it was like, oh, this is the fuse you pick if you want to do more damage. Now it's the fuse where, this is the fuse you pick if you want to win neutral immediately and get a mix up straight away. Right? So
It's the cheesy one.
it's
My-
the
yeah.
cheesiest one.
It's the cheesy.
I
I
love
it's the
my
cheesy fuse.
Wensleydale baby. Hold this.
I'm in full agreement with you, Dunk, because this is my biggest gripe with characters that can do combo after their super,
Mm.
because it literally invalidates double down. Like, why should I pick double down when if I'm playing either Echo, Teemo, or Ari, that I can still do 2 supers or 3 in one combo? Like
Yeah.
I don't need double down to cash out damage. I just need combo routes. Like that let me combo after it. Like when all 3 of those characters enable comboing post super without the need of even handshaking or swapping the characters over. I mean, and they still end up swapping the characters anyway because they just go into tag launches. So like,
Double down feels.
I mean, I think. Sorry,
Go
go
for it.
on.
No, go for it. Go for it.
I think if you go for the identity route and you take away like the super tag part of double down and it's purely the cash out double supers one, it just becomes it's the go-to new player one
Mm.
fuse, and then you eventually move on to 2x assist, and then everyone just plays 2x assist.
I just think that you shouldn't
Or
be able to
freestyle,
tag
sorry.
for free.
freestyle.
Like maybe it should cost a
It's
bar
not free though. Oh, okay. I
to
see what you're
switch
saying.
into a character while you're doing a super. Like,
that's a good idea. I like that.
because then it's like, okay,
I don't.
if you do it round start, you now have 0 meter on both characters. Look, like right now, it just seems so obnoxious, like, and so
But
hard to deal with. Because what is
feels
the
really weird
answer
as
to
well.
Teemo Yasuo round start darts? There is none.
Big juggernaut.
You just
lose the game
Pink
anyway.
Jug, fuck off, man.
you hold it back.
You hold up back, you're still getting mixed.
Yeah.
In fact, it's even worse because if you hold up back, now it's left right, and even when you land, you're still kind of confused on what you can do. Like, what can you actually?
Yeah, because when the super ends, the screen has unstretched itself and makes you the sensor.
Yeah.
So so left right opens up again, whereas because you can't even back yourself into a corner.
Nope.
Because the corner gets stopped by Teemo spitting darts at you.
Yeah, I don't know. That fuse right now feels a bit too toxic, and these changes.
It's toxic because of Teemo, like
Yeah.
genuinely, and I think it's that.
But then
and
that's going
I
to
think
happen. Sorry, carry on.
If you if you choose to not run double down, sorry, and if you run one of the other 3 characters, it's like, what's the point of running double down?
Yeah.
With the exception of the Teemo spitting darts at you, like that's literally it. Like I think if they're going to do
here's
some
my change.
adjustments
sorry,
if they're going to do adjustments to double down, to actually make it clear, okay, you're doing DHCs, okay, you're doing super after super. I think they need to do something about the characters where you can do combo after your level 1.
Mm.
And I don't mean and I don't mean just like, oh, you get 1 extra hit after it. I mean you get they get the full combo, isn't it? So it's like it kind of those characters invalidate double down.
Okay. So for me, like I think this will be a reoccurring issue.
It's gonna keep.
I don't know
popping
what
up.
they can do because it's gonna limit the design space for supers. I think because
Mm,
it's, you
yeah.
can't make another Teemo super because like it's just gonna
If
be
you-
abused again, even if you nerf Teemos. And like I think for me the
Yep.
big thing is it's handshake. Like handshake is so to me it feels not stupid. It feels like weird that I call my assist and I just mash tag to like hard swap into them in a sense, if that makes sense. Like that to me feels weird that I'm almost stopping my assist halfway through to handshake into it. Maybe I don't know if people will like this idea because I think it could be a bad change. Like I'm fully understanding if it is, but I think handshake's just ridiculously strong. I literally saw a clip of someone like, oh, if I whiff like mid screen with my like I don't know blitz hook or something, and they jump me, I can just call assist, handshake, and then anti them on reaction. So like I always have like yeah, it just I feel like handshake you can do it too quick. Basically, is the idea. What if there was like you have to actually finish the assist before you can handshake into them?
So kind of like
Marvel
so,
Tokon.
Yeah, so kind of like Tokon, where it's like you have to
Yeah,
do the
they have
assist
to be
and
back to
then
neutral.
wait for the switch thing to pop
Like
up.
it could be too restrictive, and maybe then they absolutely will never make this change.
I don't think they're going to ever.
But if they were
like
looking
this is the
to
game we're
it-
playing.
balance,
This is the game we're playing.
That's
that
exactly
would definitely
that's
kill the
game we're
speed
playing.
of the game.
Yeah. I think what they need is something where if you you're not forced to choose between interrupting an assist in order to avoid the handshake and versus going after the point character. That's my gripe with the game where and there needs to
Yeah,
be
I see what
there
you
needs to be an option where you're not forced into checkmate situations in neutral.
Whether
And-
assist just happens to be behind you and you've jumped or whatever, or you can't attack the point character because if they find a gap to handshake, you're dead. Like
Yep.
It's
I mean that's
like
part of the reason why.
can't
Go on. Go on.
you can't kill the Teemo because what will happen is the next character that comes along will then have it. So what the Beyond? So I'm going to mention MVCI. MVCI Beyond Devs had this exact same question because Super Tag Mix is so strong in MVCI. Dante, Winter Soldier, all that stuff, right? So their answer was post Super Tag, that character stays on the screen a lot longer. To the point where they go from their idle animation to their taunt. That's how long they stay out on the screen. So if you obviously you still have to hold all the mix, but if you hold all the mix 7 times out of 10, you're probably getting a happy birthday.
I don't know if that will work in the game because Teemo is so far away. So for me to, Teemo or Jinx will be so far away. But I do like the idea of like
You can't just raw nerf the character super, or maybe you get rid of it completely and double down.
I think they should
Well,
just make it so
here's
you can't
another
use
solution.
double. You can't use double down again, no?
You could maybe add scaling
Yeah,
or
add-
something, so it basically
Mm,
tickles. But again, you're still skipping neutral. You still find the hit. You get the knockdown.
yeah.
You've done your objective.
Mm.
Mission
I mean, the
accomplished.
simplest solution is to make him disappear when you hit attack. Because when you really do a DHC, let's say you do DHC from Teemo's super into it doesn't matter whoever else is.
It'll
Teemo disappears. Okay, he's no longer blowing darts in your face. Whereas on handshake, he's still there spitting in your face. So
That's again, I think that just kind of kills the fuse, in my opinion.
Okay, here's another solution. What if Yasuo's J2H is a mid? Do you even need to nerf any of this shit?
Yes.
Like, is there anyone else who could just open you up when you're forced in
Two
a like, box
Teemos.
situation?
I
like
think
that?
any
Two Teemos, yeah, that's true. But like everything else
theoretically, any
should be
character with-
reactable, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
but
true.
maybe it's still hard. Like you said, MVCI had this still good. Probably all that mix up was also reactable, right? So like, yeah, still maybe not.
no, it's more the reward for outlasting the super into tag, isn't it? That's what
the
what happened
Beyond,
in Marvel,
the Beyond, yeah, the Beyond change was because in Infinite, if you blocked all the super tag, your reward is the character's still in your face. You still got a block, and then Beyond, it's like cool. That kind of still happens. But if you manage to find like a light or something, you could probably get a happy birthday. Obviously, screen dependent stuff, all that can
Mhm.
mumbo jumbo. But I'm just
Yeah.
trying to think of other like how would they tackle
20-second cooldown.
For wait,
20
let's
second
see.
cooldown?
I mean, we saw what they did with Jinx. They just like, okay, here's 30% proration at the last hit, so you don't get combo afterwards, basically.
Maybe they do that
Maybe
with
they'll do the same.
Teemo.
I don't know.
I
I
think
mean,
the thing
yeah.
is with
Again, it just
Yasuo.
limits the design
Yeah, go on.
space. It's a problem. That was it. You go.
I think the thing is that because the compositions with like Teemo Yasuo, for example, like even if they were to like do a crazy amount of scaling, let's say on Teemo's super, as in hit stun scaling, like Yasuo has a lot of routing that actually like is like guaranteed. Like, and to a certain extent, quite a number of characters do have that. I mean, heck, I don't know if you guys saw there was someone that turned a combo with off a throw with Yasuo, freestyle with Echo,
Yeah, Echo.
and it was
Yeah.
TOD.
Yeah.
Off a throw, and that
This-
scaling is at the absolute minimum from like the third hit. Like,
This is
why?
the problem I think they've created for themselves by, in the name of consistency, they gave a lot of moves infinite hit stun decay. So, or like,
Set decay,
it, yeah, set decay.
Set
So, like,
mentioned?
you can't tech. So I don't know, like Vi Super's a good one. Obviously, Warwick DP is the most recent one. It's just normally these changes are done as like a consistency thing because no one likes you falling out of a combo. I guess at certain points, it feel bad. Like if you're halfway through hitting Warwick DP, like I feel bad. But there probably should be like some cap, right? Like where it's just like literally the next hit will just you'll just tech out. You know, that probably needs to happen.
You know who had a good solution for this? Them's Fighting Hurts. And their
Yeah, true. You get
IPS was
the
really,
burst,
really good.
basically, right?
Like, you filled up a bar with every hit, and once it got to the end, it was like, okay, they can take out now. Like, whatever. But if you end it before the bar fills up, you get a hard knockdown. And that was cool and interesting and stopped you from doing really, really long combos. But also gave you the opportunity to do like a really short combo and trade that damage for Oki, which was interesting to work with. But just because of time, because we're already reaching the 2.5 hour mark,
Jesus.
we
Couldn't stop
will
yapping.
move on from patch mode. Like, let's get
There's-
overall of the patch.
Should we
really.
quickly? Do you want to mention Twitch Assist, or I mean, it's kind of a nothing burger change for Twitch
It's a
Assist.
longer
to be fair.
cooldown.
Talk
No
about
one
so
actually
much.
notices. I'll be so honest. I'm pressing the button
Yeah,
anyways.
say less.
I'll be. I mean, I will
You get
say
a
that.
bigger window of vulnerability.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
I will say that the
Good to be
day that when I beat Noka at Evo, that's probably
Oof,
one of the
what a
big
flex.
reasons why. That's one of the
Mm.
big reasons why I won. Is
Was it
because the
my time? You push blocked him out, and then you had a bit more time to chase him.
It's more that the moment he used the echo assist, I know I had, and even if you
A
block
larger window.
whatever it is I chase him down with, I know that the threat of the echo assist is a little bit
Um,
further out. So he had to take a bit more of a risky commitment solo without echo.
Yeah.
It just
Which I
means
think
you have to be
is fair.
very.
Especially 2x assist.
You have to be very like when you use your 2x assist. What I'm noticing with myself now, if it hits or blocks, and I don't need the second one to confirm that, I'm going straight into it now, so that I know
Yeah.
it's not put on a longer
Yeah.
cooldown. And if I do get that hit or whatever, I need to be more careful about how I use my next assist or how I use my next decision. So I think it's
So it's fine.
fundamentally a good change that doesn't
Yep.
obliterate the fuse,
The
but
fuse,
also
yeah.
means you can't just use it brainlessly.
You
Yeah.
gotta think.
Full
Big
agreement.
plus. Big plus.
All right, that is it for the. Well, do you want to give an overall balance? Overall balance, Jonesy, how you feeling?
From the patch itself, it's like they saw clear, strong certain teams or aspects, i.e., Jinx Double Down, and they said, "We are guttering this."
Mm.
They didn't do the right kind of hit. They did some hits to top tiers, but not enough of where it should have hit.
Mm.
But it's got shot. The rest were kind of like little small tweaks that you'd kind of expect in a Riot patch, to be honest. So
Yep.
see what happens later.
Laz?
They removed Juggernaut from the game, 0 out of 10. Obviously, they probably didn't do enough.
Call
But
out.
you know, it's early on. There's only 10 characters. They probably just don't want to nerf things too much.
Yeah.
And Mystery.
Sorry, 11 characters.
I think it's an overall good spot. The game's fun. I'm happy to just jump on every evening till stupid like till degen o'clock, either labbing or playing ranked or whatever it is. So
Mhm.
I think it's in a really good spot. My two big wishes are for post limit strike Oki to be to still have every wake up option be legit in some form, just from decision making. AKA you don't need to do the exact same Oki every single time to cover every single one, aka Echo Ari.
Hmm.
And then the other one is that when it's the combos post super, like for when solo, like for a solo character, like it's just being able to meter dump is feels a bit much right now for me.
And I will sign off of this part by saying, actually, I think it was a really good patch by Riot. I think they're giving enough time for things to be labbed against, which is something I was worried about initially. Like, will they patch too much and not give time for things to evolve? But now that we've seen things evolve, I would like them to take a stand against it, because there was more evil in this patch than just Juggernaut. But that will close out this section. What we're going to do now is look at competitive. We will try and go through this as quickly as we
Esports.
can. But this is proper esports side. And we will start with
Ooh.
the biggest one that happened
Okay.
the last week. To Anise KO with Wawa winning it out. Let's just talk about the tournament. Anise KO at EVO was amazing. It was great.
Can you do me a favor? Can you
No,
click where it
not
says
Mr. Ian
place,
Tope.
can you click that bit where it says place 9 to 32, please?
Nope.
Hold on.
Damn. All right. Well,
That's
Hey,
close.
fine
it's been
for
nice.
you,
It's been
for
nice knowing you.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh,
That's the only reason why I'm here. I got the same placing as the top like content creator for 2XQ.
Damn, you're kind of nice at this game, you know.
Pretty good.
Sheesh.
I'm all right. I didn't get top 8 though. I'll fix that next year.
Close.
Say less.
Can we
I'll
lost a
see you in top
Senshi,
8.
man?
Hey, man.
Yeah, it was a good set.
This
The,
was
the young man was very good at the game.
this is the biggest 2XKO tournament so far. I don't think anything else has had the names that this has had.
Definitely not offline.
Any online, even online. I don't think an online has had both Wawa and Sonic Fox in it.
True.
You
yeah,
are correct.
very true.
So
Yeah, it's the most stacked one.
the
for
most
sure.
stacked by far. It definitely
Like what name is missing?
None. Like the only
Exactly.
the only
Goichi.
people, yeah, I was gonna say
Li-
Asia's the
literally,
only
like,
region that's
Japan.
missing.
I don't know
and-
if they're played much or who's
Yeah.
playing
Well,
much.
well, that's the thing.
so-
That there's
Well,
no
wait,
incentive for
it's gonna be
them
Korea.
to travel right now. So
Hmm.
like they got their own first
First
impact,
Yeah.
events so like they don't need to travel over here if there's no worldwide tour to work towards, like it's just a
And
extra cash in the pocket.
Which we'll talk about later.
originally, this segment was supposed to look at Noka and Hikari and their dominance into XKO. Noka didn't finish in top 8, and Hikari bowed out at 6th. So what I ended up underlining is we do not have a clear number 1 anywhere into XKO. Because even at this event, Wawa lost to Sonic Fox in the EMEA show match. And I think it sets up a very nice storyline for the future. But going off this event and the other ones that we've seen, like, for example, DIY, which happened very recently, the Hikari ended up taking.
Yesterday.
Also, IB Games, the first Impact event, which Leffen ended up taking. Who are your thoughts for like the strongest players or the strongest players? Give me a top 3, Jonesy, I would say.
Top 3. Oh.
I mean, I'm just gonna just say the Evo one, isn't it? Like,
It's
while
got
while
Evo's
Sonic
a-
Fox
well,
Noon.
I'd probably go Wawa, Sonic Fox.
'Cause even Noon's not entering that many tournaments.
Noon is hosting more tournaments than he is entering.
Yeah, true. Wawa, Sonic Fox. The third is so close though.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because I'm Timo pilled and I'm like Leffen and Inzam are OD, and it's the most recent in my mind.
I think Hikari
Um,
is playing Yasuo Echo now. Switched up from Malawi. So I think you're right. The third spot is really difficult to put a
Third
nail
spot's
on.
I think third spot's the open spot where it's like it's like for EU tournaments, if WoW's entering, that's number one threat.
Mm.
Any tournaments, Sonic Fox the threat. Anything below is interchangeable, is what I think it is.
Okay, fair
But
enough.
you can't determine between Sonic Fox or WoW which is above each other currently.
Yeah, I think
Which
they're
I
both-
think sets up for good storylines in the future and all that.
Mm.
ET Sports.
in terms of like, I'll ask you E directly because Laz has been cut from the game in terms of competitive environment. In terms of
Come on, man. Actually, though,
Ah!
removed me from the picture, bro. I gotta
Tafu!
figure out a team. I gotta play a team, man.
in terms of like
Shit.
competitive teams, like combination of users and characters,
Mhm.
who are like the characters that you think are just, if you're playing this, you're playing to win specifically?
I mean, as in the past week, like put it this way, Hikari in this tournament, two nice KO, two nice KO, sorry, was running Yasuo Ilawi. He switched over to Yasuo Echo with freestyle. Like, I think Wawa's performance at Evo has kind of opened up everyone's eyes. It's like, yep, just play the top two together, especially in freestyle. Like, you get you get so much
And-
out of it.
And,
Like
and let's
that's
be
a team you're playing to win.
and let's
Like,
be
and a
real,
lot more people are picking up.
Let's be real, Dunk. We know what Hikari's like, right? It's gonna be pick the strong team that will basically play the game for him, and he's gonna dominate.
I always like to think of it as Hikari as a fighter is amazing, but if you put a gun in his hands, he's gonna shoot people with it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, so whenever, like, Hikari has never picked a low tier team in his life.
Nah,
Ever.
I don't think
In
that
Dragon
makes
Ball
sense.
Fighters, he was playing with GO17, right? So it's no surprise here that Hikari's just like, I'm just gonna play the two best characters because that's what's working.
That
Say
it's
when.
quite
That's
interesting though.
when.
During Tooney's KO, the Hikariisms came out quite a bit in that bracket. So when I say that, in Dragon Ball, he's very happy to, even when he's got like a load of grey life or blue life, sorry, with Spark available, he'll just block it out.
Mm.
He'll aura farm in the sense that he's like, this mix is nothing. I'm just gonna block. I don't care. It happened a lot in Tooney's KO, from what I can remember, where it's like character's pretty low. You've got break. Got to do something, buddy. And he's like, I'll block it. It's fine. It's
That-
very
that-
interesting to see that go across.
I played him in bracket before in a tournament, and that really threw me off when
Yeah,
he was just more than happy to keep sitting on his break. Would not use it.
It's the same as the Spark in Dragon Ball.
I spoke to K7 and Inzam actually at Evo, and I was saying, like, we were watching some game, and I was like, oh, you have to break here to save the character. And both of them were like, no,
Nah,
I'm not
save it
breaking for
Fury,
a
man.
character. I much prefer having Fury break. And this was what Evo was played before was it before or after the break nerfs?
Good question,
This
because
was-
it was a
they
very
were break
bizarre
nerfs went in.
timing.
Yeah.
I
was
don't
a
think it
weird
was
timing,
it,
wasn't it?
The break nerfs went in.
because there was two patches with early access, and Evo was with the first patch and not the second one that came the literally Thursday night.
Yeah.
But both were written in the same patch notes, so it got quite confusing of what is in what version. What's in the tournament one? What's in the latest version of the game? Either way,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I like tend to agree. I think Fury's so broken. Like,
You
if you
would.
had to make a comeback,
Yes.
it's not going to happen with 1 1/10 of a character. It's going to happen with one character and Fury.
And
You know, that's how
Fury,
you make a comeback.
Yep.
Yeah, agreed. Like,
That's why it's always it's interesting to see when people would break, because like I think you just break early, you try and build for a Fury burst at the end of the round again. That's just like going to be the meta, I think. I don't think it's worth, because the problem is as well, we talked about it as well when we're talking about the really long combos and stuff. Obviously, the 2x KO method of prevention is just to give you a bunch of break meter back. So you kind of need to spend it early to de-incentivize them doing the TODs, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. So like that's a big part of the economy right there, is that you can reduce their damage output by breaking early, weirdly enough.
and like, if I find if you break early and then get hit again and put into a TOD, you've already built like 50% of your break back anyway.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. So it's like,
More, it depends.
I understand both sides of it, because like, if you break early, yeah, you hit me for a long time and do a really long combo, but I'm just getting my break back faster. But if you save it for Fury, it's like the scariest one for me, I know we talked about Bloodlust Warrior, but Fury Yasuo just feels like a
It's broken.
different character to deal with. Because like, Still Tempest, my neutral tool, is now my getting tool, and then it's a
TOD style.
50-50.
And your mix tool.
Exactly. So now you're just gonna die. If you don't have Bar or Fury, you're going to be chipped. So I don't know. I'm understanding a bit more now why the Americans put, because I think the Europeans, we love having teams. We love having the two characters together. But the Americans put so much value on that Fury break.
I think it just depends what characters you've got as well. Like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
your
true.
Yasuo's your full health character, yeah, give him that fucking Fury, man. If it's like, if you want Braum, like, all right, maybe I got to keep my Braum alive because that shield assist is really important. But
I think even with
it
Timo,
really depends.
keep him alive. Keep like
Yeah,
Timo with
Timo's-
Fury.
yeah, Timo with
Timo with
Fury-
Fury is a bit. It's not that threatening, but
No.
whereas compared to Timo with being able to handshake
with an assist, yeah.
yeah, that's where it's like, oh fucking hell, how do I deal with this?
Yeah, I
It's
think it does
character
depend, like
dependent.
what team you're playing, really. Yeah.
And then I wanted to, just before we sign off, because it is getting a little bit late now, anyone know of any like secret hidden player picks for making like a breakout in the next tournament?
I was gonna say Kumbo.
I mean, Gumbu doesn't count
Hey.
because he did this. Like,
Did it, to be fair.
oh, that's not Gumbu. That's Gumbu. Like,
There it is. Where is Guru?
that's not Gumbu either. What am I doing? That one.
There he
IB.
is.
There
you
it
go.
is.
There he is.
Okay. Oh, who goes first?
You go first because you see the most players. I'll give the other guys
Let's
time
go
to
E.
think.
The person I lost to, Opal. He in yesterday's tournament. Opal. He's running Echo Jinx. He's genuinely making me reconsider my approach to the game because of, like I say, if you just by setting up a situation where it's a risk to either go for the assist or go for the point character when doing 2x assist with Echo. It's like he's making me really like reconsider how to approach neutral the game. I also heard he beat Wade in an offline tournament recently, so Opal might be a player to look out for. I think he just about missed out on top 8. I think he came either 9th or 13th in this tournament.
We can look at the full bracket if you want.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
I can't see him, but
if you check loser's side, I think
that's a good point right there.
because you can
Lost
see
to
the
Yatta.
route he took. He took out K7, took out myself, and then lost to Yatta.
Yatta was really good, by the way. Like really, really good.
So, but Opal is my pick.
Okay, Laz, anything from you?
Obviously, easy one's Goombu. Just playing. To me, okay. The actual players, it's not even a surprise pick. It's the people who were playing Ari before she got good. There's a lot of people playing Ari now, or before she got consistent. But they're going to be so much more comfortable with the character in neutral because they've been playing her for a while. And then now they just get all their combos and TODs. So for me, like someone like True Devon is probably it. Like I don't think he's a player that's been on people's radar, but he literally won a tournament before Ari got buffed anyway, beating Noka and stuff. So now is playing Ari with her unlocked potential. I don't know, freaking Gohan style, and I think he's been creaming on people. So I think just
I mean,
I think
pretty
people
well.
do rate him already, but
He got fourth.
I think he's
Yeah.
fourth in this one.
Yeah. And otherwise, he's pretty much been in grand finals for most tournaments he's entered.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
but I don't see people
remember-
talking about him. Weirdly,
I remember,
so.
I think it was the second Hustle Games. Cloud
Devon.
entered
Yeah,
that one, and it was him and it was True Devon and Cloud in grand finals, and True Devon took it.
Yep.
So True Devon's got a really good win rate. So it's a good shout. But also, I did consider him like a top player already because
Yeah.
he's got really strong results.
And Jonesy, anything from you?
My heart says Heapski.
Oh, come on.
I
man.
think Heapski's capable of coming out of nowhere and killing a tournament. And with the Ari buff, I'm pretty sure he's going back to Ari.
Yes.
If it's not already.
He should just play Ari. He should just play
Yeah.
Ari.
He
Yeah,
played Ari
'Cause
in
Ari was
Alpha.
insane.
Yeah.
I think a
So
lot
I
of
think
people competitively are moving away from allowing him back to other characters.
Yeah. So I think Heapski with Ari is now going to be an absolute menace. And I also think now that we're seeing Josh, aka Barias Bonius, is back
Bariuesos.
competing, I think that's going to be someone that's scary for EU majors as well. So those two are my picks.
Can I throw one other name into the mix?
You may.
Who has
nuts.
not even
Mr. E.
loaded up the game yet,
Scary.
and it's OB Assassin.
Okay,
If
you stole my pick. You
OB. Why is
Oh.
OB not booted up the game yet?
just has
Because
him in moments.
Evo France. I mean, yeah, also he's lazy. But I did have a little chat with him at Evo France, and he's showing
Yeah,
interest
he
in
was.
the game.
Yeah, he was saying he's looking at it
He's lavish.
after
So,
Dragon Ball.
I want to see how he infiltrates all these top eights.
Bruv, it took him not even a week to start smoking us in MVCI. Like, give him a week in TSK, man. He is.
It's over.
I mean, there's a world where OB is playing Timo, and I think it doesn't feel
Oh,
right in my
nah,
head.
He ain't playing Timo.
He could play Timo. It's
Nah.
zero, right?
Nah.
Could
it's-
happen.
Nah, man, I can't see it.
And honestly, my pick after yesterday is Amanitas.
Okay.
I saw them
She's-
yesterday. So actually no, I met Amanitas in ranked regularly. Like I would see them and I'd be like, oh, this fucker again. And they would beat me 2-0 every single time. And I'm like, oh, they're not even good. They're just running away from me with Ari. But the more I played, the more I was like, wait, this neutral is actually like so smart. It's like a sniper. The way she's like picking out her shots with Foxfire is really good. And I think like you were saying, anyone who's playing Ari is gonna feel even more comfortable with the bust now. And seeing them yesterday, when they were playing in the tournament, I was like, yo, they are smoking people. So I think a bit more time and they'll eventually hit.
So Amanitas, sort of kind of pre-ish Potemkin crazy buffs in Strive. Online EMEA when I'm kind of excluding Zando because Zando wouldn't always sign up to tournaments. It was basically always between Tiger Pop, Pikachu, Amanitas, playing a character with where you have a defensive OS that invalidates her Oki completely. For those that don't know, Deflect Shield OS. It's an OS that invalidates left rights. When you play a character like Milia, that's basically what you have. That is your win con, is hitting left rights. And as long as your opponent has 50 burst, you just don't get to do your Oki. And she
I mean, I'd argue
is-
about that, but yeah.
Yeah, and
I
she's
know
ridiculous.
it can still be beat, but yeah.
She is redonkulous, and
Yeah,
going
playing
from a
speedster style
character like
characters.
Milia to Ari, like Lazarus was literally saying at the same time, like it's 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna be a killer. There's just no other way about it.
She does play Echo as well. My second pick was myself. Because I made top 3 at double KO.
Goichi Slayer.
Let me alright.
That's my goat. That's my goat.
Can I get some claps?
Yeah, alright, peace out.
Okay, come on, man.
Nah, you good. You alright. You alright.
Oh no, that
I'm
was
surprised. I'm surprised
Okay,
you haven't.
but
You
it's an
didn't
Echo
say. I'm surprised you didn't say Senshi, considering how high up on Senshi you were around Nice.
Top
I
8
feel
Evo,
like-
no
I feel
surprise.
I feel like at
No.
this point, Senshi is a top player in waiting. Like, I beat Senshi in rank today.
Oh, never mind. Fall off.
Because they were cooking something up crazy.
No
They
longer
decided to
Wawa
play a
region.
different team. I'm not gonna say it because I feel like that's rude. If Senshi perfects that team, I think the
It's long?
Wawa
Oh,
region ideas
my.
are hitting a bit closer.
Timo Yasuo.
It's not Timo Yasuo, but actually it could be Timo
Probably
Yasuo. We don't
Timo
know.
something.
But I think
Or it's
like
Jinx Warwick or some shit.
I've raved about Senshi already. Like the kid, especially on offense. I think like Senshi's biggest weakness is his defense. On offense,
Yeah.
Senshi is so clean. Like the setups that they can put you under are so well thought out. And by well thought out, I mean they're legit 50-50s and you're guessing every single time. But not everyone is doing that to you into SKO. You know what I mean? But Senshi just finds a way to do it every single time they find a way in. But I feel like I've spoken about Senshi so many times.
I lost to Senshi 2, but it was close. I got rounds each game.
Okay.
Trash player,
Oh.
man. Don't want to tell you.
I almost beat him in bracket for top 8, but
Almost.
it was last game, last round. I was like winning by quite a large margin, and then I freaking.
Hey, don't steal my story, okay? That's my Evo story, all right?
Why does everyone
Don't
have the
take that
same
one.
story
Look,
of I
all
could
I'm
have totally
saying is
beat Senshi?
Everyone is losing to Senshi and saying that it was close.
Senshi's really good though. It was a really fun set. We played it. It was a really good set.
I'm the only one
All
to
right,
beat
it's
Senshi.
twin rank, bro. When he was playing some freak ass
It
team,
was a
okay?
first to 2. That's all that matters.
It's the Goichi thing all over again.
Senshi will be a
Did it
world
count?
champion. And
You know
when
what?
he is, I'll
Mate,
say I beat him.
You know what? I take back
Okay,
all
change
my
your name
picks. Okay,
finally.
Dunk is the one. No, Dunk had beaten
Dunk
Senshi,
is-
so Dunk is gonna.
Dunk
is my,
is the
is my
Goichi
next pick
killer.
for like winning the next first Impact event.
Thank you very
Can't-
much. Actually, what is the next first
Yeah.
Impact event? I should probably pull that
This
out.
Saturday, isn't it? With
Oh, set and
reversal.
reset. Yeah. Actually,
Is it Saturday?
yes, Saturday the 25th of October.
Damn.
So that'll be the next first Impact.
See Mr. E get that top 8.
And honestly,
And Dunk, of course.
I will not be entering. Shout outs to Riot. I think actually the first Impact scheme has done really well in getting numbers into online and also offline events. Like yesterday, DIY had bare attendance, and also the IB games had people playing
Crazy.
from that offline tournament. Like I
It's
love
crazy,
that
isn't it?
these
Like a dozen of them.
like obviously
Yeah,
double
yeah.
bracket in his bag, don't do it. But like
Yeah.
But, like,
Here's my ick.
there's good incentive provided by Riot. I'm interested in when they look to make this official. You know, when are we gonna have an actual circuit or tour? What is it gonna look like?
I think it's
Wait,
the
it's
clear
when the game
platform.
comes out, right?
Yeah, I think it's the clear foundation for their tour, right?
Mm.
And then once actually released,
It's
First
whetting the
Impact
appetite.
comes.
That's
Yeah.
what I think it is. It's whetting the appetite. Because
the bricks are getting put together right now. you know,
Yeah.
we're putting the pieces in.
Also, when are we gonna have a summit of the Rift? That would be sick.
Bro, we
I
need a
would
summit.
enjoy
I
that.
need to see like
there needs to be a summit.
we've already
style
pitched these
event.
ideas, but I need a like Street Fighter League style
money.
teams. I need the duos. I need the content, man.
Yep,
I need it. Riot Games. We need that.
we are begging you. We're on our knees.
We need that.
He said we. I like really came it down, lads. But I think that's about it for today because we have gone on yapping for nearly 3 hours, boys. When we were talking about this, we were like, okay, guys, we'll go on for 2 hours and then just end it. Like,
Maybe an hour.
really, I
It's
don't
the
know. You said what time are you available, Ian? I said
Uh,
sometime between 6 and 2 a.m. Like
It's the
yeah,
first one. There's a lot of
Ah.
It's the first one. There's a lot.
I
to
can keep
digest,
on
to be
going. You know.
fair.
Yeah. He said I can
Streamline
keep on
in the
going.
future.
Like, you're a weird guy. But thank you for joining us. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get this out onto as many platforms as we can. Definitely YouTube. It will be on my YouTube channel. I'll put that on the Twitter somewhere. I want to see if we can get it on Spotify so you can listen
Sharing is
to our
caring.
awful voices. Well, not all of us.
That'd be
Just
You can
mine.
put videos on Spotify. Like I seen Brian F has chucked his podcast.
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
just want
Full video and everything.
Good
Trying to
intel.
get big enough to do the ad break bit. You know,
Yeah, but
trying to show
then
dude wipes.
honestly, I had a dream that it was like, welcome to the break sponsored by Kit Kat. Take a break.
How's that not lit?
that That'd
Bro,
that's a great dream.
If
Did
we
you
got
make-
boxes of Kit Kats, say less,
Bro,
fam.
send
take
me
it.
the matcha, the Kit Kat. Oh,
Oh,
Yummy, yummy.
Ah.
Look, it'd be an easy pitch. We just gotta grow it, and then
Yeah.
it'd be so easy, man. You just gotta get in contact.
you know what? I wouldn't be a
Free-
special guest
free.
anymore. Just bring me on every week.
I'd have to make a fish
Just have-
box, and that's already
Just
hard
have
enough.
Misty. Just have a
Every week.
dedicated Mr. E segment where he just talks for like
with Kit
20
Kat.
minutes with Kit Kats and Mirandas and chicken.
We'd have to do ASMR.
He
Kit
knows
Kat
how to
based
sell
on-
them.
But
Exactly.
we will have this every time you see a riot patch, there will be the breaks episode afterwards at some point.
What's the definition of a riot patch? Because there's technically one tomorrow.
Fuck off, you know what I mean. Whenever a new character is added to the game,
Jesus.
Whatever his character, yeah.
Jesus
whenever a new
Christ.
character is added to the game, you will
Jesus
get
fucking
the
duper.
breaks. And we might throw in little extra spicy ones at some point whenever we're bored. Who knows? We're bored people.
Maybe after like mages and stuff.
Yeah,
perhaps.
exactly. We'll probably do like
down to the app.
if we aren't in the events live, I wouldn't mind doing the breaks watch party either. I think that would be fun. But yeah, apart from that, thank you so much for the support. Thank you to everyone who came to watch, everyone who chatted, all the boys, all the break boys on this side.
Break boys,
Thank you to
the
all of them.
breaker
They've been
boys.
absolutely fantastic in making this work, and they've all put forward amazing ideas. And just having your voices to put on my channel has been an absolute pleasure. Any last words before we take our last final break? I like that. We should do that final break. Yeah.
Oh, the final break.
Mm.
Damn, you're kind
Final
of good at
break.
this.
The
Damn.
Fury break.
No.
I'll start, I guess.
Go.
Are we just shilling our stuff
You
at the end
can
of
if you
this?
want to,
Is
go
this
for
what we're
it.
doing?
I've already got your shit there, but like you can
sure,
chill water.
Yeah, I got nothing to share. I'll be
Take a
real.
break.
Well, we'll be. I mean, some of us will be at IGM, of course. That's like
Yes, not me.
not this
Next
weekend,
week?
the weekend after.
Next week
So we'll be
weekend, yeah.
there.
I'll be
Yep.
there.
Then there's Clash of the Olympians like the week after. No, not the week after. A couple
I
of
think
weeks
this
after.
is 2 weeks after, I think.
Yeah, 2 weeks after. There's the events that I'm at least
But
at.
Clash of Olympians doesn't have 2XK. We'll run a site. We'll
There'll be
we'll
a
find a-
setup. Come
find a-
on now.
we'll find a computer and we'll put the game on it.
Lads, any final words from you, my friend?
Just I don't know. Make sure Echo gets in this game soon. Oh, not Echo. Ezra gets in this game soon, and rebuff Juggernaut. Thanks. for
Belong in a
coming to my TED
museum.
Talk. But no, I really want Ezra. I think that'll be when I go pod crazy.
I just want to hear Crimson Cobalt. That would be sick.
Yeah.
That's a solid topic for the
Need that.
next
Yeah.
next break. You can write that down.
Yeah, we could do
Characters you want.
Yeah.
And how they might play.
We can have a picture
Ooh.
character segment. And Mystery, our wonderful guest, maybe not guest. Any final words?
Yeah. Support little indie game company Riot. Support your locals and
That's for
support your local boss man. That's it. There you go. I'll end it on
So
that.
real.
Right.
Spin for real. Thank you guys so much for watching. Them's the breaks. We'll see you later. Peace. We out. See ya. Bye. Take a break. Kick
Take
some
a
rocks.
break.
Headless.